All right, guys, welcome back to the Imaxit football channel. I'm your host JD. If you're new, smash that like button, share, and definitely subscribe. And for all the fans that keep on supporting the channel, massive respect. Bless up to you guys. All right, so we are back at this channel with the next one, where in which we're going to be getting information and also footage if it comes. If For this game, Jamaica U17 versus Portmore. We are going to be looking at the Concacaf as well, and immediately it looks like our footage already. You know that man is fighting for the top spot, guys. So he's already here,
Mhm.
Mr. Leader. How are you doing, sir, Leader?
Yeah, man, I'm good, man.
So, Leader, we thought you're gonna come in after and explain to us what's going on.
I
I've just
just reached, and I'm looking at them. Them fairly compact, you know, work
yeah,
in progress.
but true, normally I have to chop up my show and do a lot of things, because I had my Michail Antonio to talk about, and you turn up
Mm.
instant.
Again, at big boss.
Yes, man, because
No, man.
Michael Antonio scored, Michael Antonio scored and stuff, so I wanted to chop it up and everything. So, or you said looking on what level team are they playing? Like what
Okay,
quality?
JD, I'm going to
Yes,
come
very
back in about another 10 minutes
yes.
and
All right,
get you a good idea what the thing looking like.
all
Okay.
right. That's
But
perfect. That's
so
perfect.
far,
All right,
no there.
all right. Yeah, man, that's perfect. We
Yeah,
will
man.
see it. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah. All right, so that was Leader. Sorry about that, guys. Normally, I try to start my show, chop up things the right and proper way, but Leader popped up instant. So we have Sean Base already in the chat, massive respect. Karoom, big up yourself. Question: You expect the under 17 should be a national Premier League? I don't know. I don't know. They're playing a team. We are gonna get all the necessary information. I would be utter disappointed if the under 17 male team beat the Premier League team. I don't think it's necessarily Premier League team. It can be a little bit of 21s and stuff, which is still older than the um the main team. All right, so it's still older than the under 17. So just relax, Karum. Omar, big up yourself, massive respect. I think the winning U17 team male at their World Cup can beat many Jamaican JPL team. Okay, well, we have to definitely check that before we say that is true. DNA football, massive respect, big boss. Hope all is well with you and the family. All right, yeah, man. Then we have Martin, massive respect, man. The man, if they want to come on at any point, just let me know, and we will definitely give it to you. And then we have Stefan, our brother Stefan, right in the building. All and leader, yeah, leader a leader definitely a lead. Cause leader burnout. Leader smoke cataract every single day. All right, leader smoke cataract every single day. So guys, smash the like button, share and subscribe. Like we just go through our other information because we don't want leader come and just take over the show with just one part of the content. We have to definitely give you the next sides as well. All right, so let me just flip it up right here. Talk about big Michail Antonio, because a lot of people act like they are not watching, but Michail Antonio out here doing his thing. All right, so Michail Antonio, they're still playing at this point. He came off in the 64th minute for Ben Rama, but a wonderful performance from Michail Antonio so far. As you can see, he's the highest rated player, and I do believe that he's going to get the highest rated player at the end of the day. So Michail Antonio, 3 games back, 3 solid performances, and this would be a man of the match performance for him. So I guess they are not going to be selling him for a combination of reasons. One is Kamaka is injured and they would have only Danny Ings there, and also the man is definitely performing. So we have to put some respect and the big captain Jamaica. All right, so stop act like one style the man. You see it. A lot of man jump up and say he was too old and this and that. All right. Well, no, we're seeing that he's not too old because he's out here outsmarting people and putting in good shifts. All right. So hope the man them that says he's too old come and pay back their respect to the Dan. All right. Yes, Marcus Mosiah. How you doing, man? Hope all is well with you and the family. Big up, big up, big up. All right. Yes. So Michael Antonio, let me just go through his stats. Obviously the game hasn't finished as yet, but he has done his work for the day. Yes, 64 minutes played, and as you can look at the heat map, comfortable on the field doing his running. So clearly his age ain't showing as yet. All right. Yes, one goal, one shot on target, two shots off target, and one shot block. So in total, four shots. So you can't say it's the Michail Antonio like before when people saying that he's not taking enough shots. Today he got to have more shots. Obviously it's a weaker opposition, but I saw other guys played weaker oppositions and they never played well. So sometimes you have to give a man credit and stop look for all the other things not to give him his credit. And I want to give him his credit right there. That he's going on with some good things, good performance from him, and hopefully this is a step up. Hopefully this is a step up. All right, that is one good thing, Yeah. Let me get this. Sean, did you share the video over here? I hope Sean shared the video over here. Yeah, so this is a big step up. Okay, he did not share it over here. All right, so let me just 1 second, guys. Let me just do it because guys, we did burn down the building over Instagram. You can go and check out our Instagram. And I am telling you, I never knew that Instagram was that cool because I have burnt down the building in it. Instagram, yes. So anyway, 43 touches, accuracy and the passing 77, which is good because you know what the level I do give the strikers. If it's over 50%, it's still good because you're all action. So 17 or 22, 77, and one key pass in the game, one cross attempted, one long ball he completed, a 3 of 6 ground duel, last four the 4 year duel. But if you look at them, the challenge because he had the challenge with them, it swerved and caused problems as well. So he never won the direct headers, but he still caused problems with it, and that's what you get from him every single time. Last possession 15 times, a lot, to be honest. One foul and one time offside, and he puts in defensive shifts every single time. One interception, two tackles, and one time dribble pass. So it clearly tells you what level he's at, guys. All right, so we have to put some respect on the big man's name. He's out here still trying very, very hard. All right, bless up, bless up, bless up, bless up. All those overseas and help someone from yard for forward cross. I've never done that, so I'm not gonna complain. Tennessee, big up yourself, massive respect. JD, let's see JD, let's see. This might be his last game for the club. Okay. What you mean this might be his last game for the club? I don't understand. How is this possible? This is not his last game for the club. The man's put in good amount of performances that warrant him to stay there because he's performing better than Skamaka and offer something that Skamaka does not have. Obviously, he's bigger, but Anthony is stronger and he links up with the slower attacking midfielders slash inverted wingers. So he needs to be their movers, at least for this year. You get me? And that's what he offers. So good performance for him. And the game hasn't finished as yet, and he's going to get the man of the match. So that tells you that he has done exactly what we expect from this man. All right. Yes, so he's going to be saying, Chris Smith, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Marcus, big up yourself. You two are fight Imaxit because I'm not getting any notification. I think so, and I think I've just see my I'm going to look. It's not showing my logo for some reason, but we will work on that. Don't worry yourself. It's we, and we shared it around other places. We have a lot of fun. I don't even use Instagram to share my videos. Imagine. So we can get to you, man. Don't worry yourself. We are gonna improve the thing. As I've said, we're born on Instagram today, and it's a good vibe. All right, big up yourself, Island Card. One of the channels and that don't sell out. Oh God, man, Lord God, war. Triple E, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Reggae Boys commentary. Okay, thanks Simon for passing through. I agree. He should stay 100%. I just hope but Moyes came out and said that he wants him to stay. He's not leaving, and obviously they have the injury of Skamaka at this point. So I and he's better than Danny Ings. So I don't let me know, guys. You really think big bad Michail Antonio going to the MLS now, or you think that the man's staying here? Let me know, guys. Big up yourself, Owen. Owen, massive respect, big boss. All right, the man them a check in. Once everybody check in and the information the like button gone up, nobody can stop it, guys. So when just come in, stop up the like button, and we do a thing. All right. Oh yes, let me just deal with this too. I have done a video just a while ago. I was immensely clear in the video, immensely clear, and I saw some disrespectful ass comments. But let me tell you, the other supporters them that were in there defending me, it's no problem. They are not going to change me from supporting Jamaica. You understand me? We just saw Bolt lose 2 billion. And he's still saying Jamaica first. All right. So I will partly support Jamaica. Not as much as Bolt, but I will still do my best. I don't have those capitals as Mr. Bolt. Yes. The commenters did say in this game that Antonio admitted that he's thinking about leaving. Yes, we had done that video already. So JD, what is the topic? No, the topic. No, see the headline, bruh? The headline is Portmore United versus U17. So we're gonna get information throughout the stream. We're just building up the building and for burn it down. And then we have the Concacaf U17 that we want to talk about, which is the groups and everything, and really look at Jamaica's chances, because we have gotten other teams, at least listing of other teams. So I wanted to produce those listing of those players that you guys can go and check them for yourself and then see the qualities of the other teams and see what Jamaica and what they could do. Just put it at could do, yeah. So yeah, humble one, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. No sir, JD, I never said Antonio today. No, 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 no. People here said it. People here said it. People here said it. JD have almost same amount of euros. No, 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 no. Not at all. Not at all, my brother. Let me flip over to the next screen because we have a few other things to deal with. So let me go right over here. All right. So we have the Mexican list. We have the Mexican list. Let me see. All right. So we have the Mexican list. All right. Let me just go right here. Do this one for you. All right, so this is the overall thing. We know the grouping. If you don't know, I'm just gonna go through them. So you have the Group H, which is Honduras, Haiti, El Salvador, Suriname. That's Group H right here. Then you have Group G, Costa Rica, Jamaica, Cuba, Guadeloupe. So those are the Group H and Group G that we are interested in. United States, Canada, Trinidad and Tobago, Barbados. Everybody expect United States to win that, but we still have to watch it just the same. Then you have Mexico, Panama, Guatemala, Curacao. This can be tricky, but everyone expect Mexico to win it just the same. All right. Yes, but let me just go through it now. So you know that Group E. So we have Group E, F, G and H. All right. So we are in Group G. All right. So and you know that it's three. The top three qualified and go straight through the next round, and then they are going to replace the bottom four, the like everyone in the last place, fourth spots for every group. You have a next one replacing them to start the knockout because that's how they work it. Because the other guys have already qualified from before. All right. So that's how they do work it. So let me look at it then. So as you can see there, you have different brackets. You have different brackets at this point. All right. If we are going to put down United States, let me put down United States, USA, and Mexico to be winners. All right. So you expect we want to bracket them from very early. We expect them to be winners because they are naturally the better teams and they have worked on their players ridiculous long time. And clearly, they are the better teams, and we have to be worried about if two of our better the super players them will come to Jamaica to play because they are that good. If America call them, they are going to rush there because that's a chance. And some of them might not even make the national team, might like make the starting team. They might just make the bench. All right. So, anyways, that would just structure the first place them, which we think is going to be Mexico and United States. They have always proven that. All right. So, Group F. So Group F and Group E. So I think United States and Mexico tops those spots. Group F and Group E. Group F and Group E. Let me put it right here for United States and Mexico. Group E Group F for United States, and Group E for Mexico. All right. Yes. So that's A1. Group E winner. So Group E winner. That's from the Mexico side, will be over the Nicaragua team. So you can put your money on it. Mexico will be playing Nicaragua. Yeah, right, and they're gonna dominate Nicaragua again, and you're gonna put them over the quarterfinals. So you can click that part. That will happen. All right. Yes. Then in Group F. So they set it up because they've always set it like that, to make sure, because these guys are such consistent winners, to make sure they can always end up over the opposite side. You see that now. You see that now. Look at this now. So Group F. Where's Group F? So Group F winners will try go and play Dominican Republic that already qualify, and that is United States. All right. Yes. So now we have to look at our side now, because clearly United States will be playing um, the winner between Group G and the Group E, third place. All right. Yes. So that's a big difference. So let me go for Jamaica now, to see who Jamaica would really match up with, even if they struggled, because obviously we heard that goals might not be our big take. So yeah, let's see. Let's see. All right. So Jamaica Group G. All right. So Costa Rica, Jamaica, Cuba. Guadeloupe. Guadeloupe, don't be surprised if this Guadeloupe team turn up to be a little bit better than what you first expect. All right, they are recruiting, so look out for that. All right, Cuba, they seems to have a good set of players coming up. I am not 100% sure if they are going to be. If you ask me, I think Jamaica can still qualify even with all the problems that we're hearing. I still think that Jamaica should be in the top three, coming through, and I think second spot would be the one that I'm looking for them. Even from before, I would still say second spot. Yeah, but no, I'm kind of feeling that yes, it's second spot, because we only have a day before we have to actually put in the information. So we only have a day. So I think second spot would be justified at this point. Justified second spot. Let me know if you agree with me. I think Costa Rica might take top spot, because a few of the individuals that we know, at least me and Giovanni, some of them will be coming down as well. So that is important. All right. So Jamaica might come second in this group. If they come first, it will be good. So that's G1, G2, and G3. All right. So as you can see, the winner of the G group will be over the America side. All right, so the America side, and the runner up of G will still be over the American side. If you finish as runner up, you will naturally go to play United States. All right, if you beat the third place of Group E, you will end up playing United States there, because I think United States will naturally be the better team. Even though I know Damerp is really rising, that is true. I still believe that their United States will be good enough. If United States get knocked out right here, I would be absolutely shocked. Shocked, because the quality that they do have is very much up there. You get me? I would be shocked if Damerp knocked them out. Yes. So Jamaica, remember, this is tough, because this is the quarterfinals. And wow. So Jamaica, this is setting up tough for Jamaica. So Jamaica cannot come second in the group, if assuming that USA come first. Jamaica cannot come second, because it's a top four goes to the World Cup, right? Top four goes to the World Cup. So Jamaica, if okay, so basically Jamaica would have to come first to avoid United States. We did this before, so nobody don't come here and tell, oh, we if we want to qualify, we can't avoid anyone. No, you have to avoid people. All right. So right now it looks like first place for G would keep you over this bracket, which is Puerto Rico bracket. you would still have to meet United States, but you have to meet them in the semifinals. You understand me? And that would have already made you be in the World Cup. You understand me? Yes. So right now, Jamaica, it looks like Jamaica has to finish first or third. First or third would be the perfect positions. To be honest, you would still have to face United States, but at least you know that when you face them, you have already qualified for the World Cup. Let me know if you guys agree with that first or third. We did it last time with the under 20s, and you clear it worked out like, as a charm for you guys. So that's what we're doing. All right, come out of the pocket, the man pocket. Okay, Jason Guna, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Um, Paulo nephew Caesar is in the Costa Rica squad. All right, I'm gonna try and get the I'm gonna try and get the squad as well. It's coming soon, man. JD at 70, 15 to 17, we can compete with the best in the world. No need to look at other teams. No, 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 Stefan. We don't sell on this narrative. I have seen enough kids, and I am dealing with those things, so I'm not gonna come here and tell anybody nothing like that. JD, do you know the friendly game between Jamaica and Trinidad on the island before they leave with all the friendly game? They have to. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Think Simon and those guys can tell you. If Jamaica tops the group, they play PR. Yes, we already we saw that. We worked it out that Jamaica has to come first or third. I think people can agree because we ain't beating United States, especially with we now don't have the reinforcement. It's gonna be tough. So I prefer to avoid United States. I'm very sorry. People would say I'm coward. All right, let me be coward. Let me be sensible. All right, let me be sensible. I don't see Guadeloupe beating us. No, I've never said that. I said I think we are going to come second. So it simply means you're going to gain over more than 3 points, or you're going to score a hell a load of goals. Yes, we might finish second. I second. I'm looking. All right, all right. So you guys are agree with me, man. If Jamaica finish second in the group, then Jamaica would face Guatemala in round of 16. But the round of 16 are important, Simon. The round of 16 are important, Simon. We are talking about to make the World Cup because that's what we are trying to find a way out to make the World Cup. So to inform the people them that's making the strategy to get the right balance. Yes. If Jamaica finished third in the group, then Jamaica could face Panama, then Honduras. I would take that. I would take that gamble. I would take that gamble 1,000%. Jamaica should win that group. Ian, every single time you come with the same madness, every time you come with the same madness, I don't know the other team them. I would love for them to win it because if they do end up winning it, it would definitely avoid United States. Yes, avoid United States for a while. So that would be very much good. All right. Ian Campbell, Costa Rica has a strong team. Um, All right. Database. Chelsea 150 million bid for Enzo had to say that. Big up. Okay, okay. So you think even if they sign everybody on the planet Earth, they might still can't reach certain positions, and that's just the fact. I'm very sorry. The fact that we are here talking about avoiding the US shows how surprisingly that the US players were dropped. Seeing that the US team had selected them. Yeah, I understand where you're coming from, I understand where you're coming from, but if a man believe that he can find better players, you make a man do him thing, and we just work on it. But at this point, it looks like it's third and first for Jamaica. Or yes, third and first for Jamaica. We done. Jason, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. All right. Um, Africans, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Massive respect. Blessed 227 said, would have been nice if LAFC players made the team. They played against the striker on US young team and left him scoreless. Plus the big center half on the USA team and Mexico team are on the U17 LAFC team. And these are all information that we have to always put out there. And that's why we are needed to do the job. We are needed to do the job, guys. All right. You get me? That's why we're needed to do the job. You get me? Um, That's why we are needed, Yes, Ian, but Costa Rica had 16 professionals who is going to score on us. Ian not factoring anything else. Ian just say what he want to say. And we have to just leave Ian and him say what he want to say. Problem. That's a Ian, guys. We're not going to get anything better. Jamaican Guna, big up yourself. Massive respect, big boss. Thanks very much for being here. All right, JD. And the 17 World Cup will be in Peru in November. Okay. But we have to make sure we reach the 17 World Cup. Right now, me I work out the mathematics of how we actually get there. And how we get there, answer me, You think that if we go up against USA, we're going to brush them? Or you think that we not brush the USA and we need to come first or third? Yeah, people wouldn't need to answer me, because every single time, people want to beat me, So let me know what we need to do. All right. I think the last time I said, it's when the tournament starts, you guys start to say, oh, damn, JD was talking the truth. We need to finish this. And we need Listen to me. First or third, that's the best way. So let's avoid the United States, yeah? I know you have man like the one, MPEC, think that we are go for brush, USA. Well, I am not following you, MPEC. I want we to reach the World Cup. And if avoiding them is to reach the World Cup, I am glad. You get me? I will face them in a match that we have to just win to prove that we're up there with them. I am okay with that. You get me? JD, so that means we need to lose 2 games and win one to come third? No, no, no. You fight hard, and anywhere you really come, you come. But at the end of the day, you would prefer if it goes as we expect it, United States to come and dominate. You don't want to face them. I'm very sorry, guys. You don't want to face them. We don't want to face them. I mean, I care when nobody wants to, and all some people come and overhype themselves. We are not fools. I think it's if we come second, if we come second, okay, no problem. We have to face them, no problem. That simply means we have a 75 or 85% chance not going to World Cup. That's all me telling you. And me stay realistic here, guys. We have a 75% chance that we're not going to win. But if we come first or third, me know so we have at least a 60% chance to say we are go somewhere. So if 75 or plus 60 are 70% that we're going somewhere. I want to take the plus 70% or 60% rather than take the minus 80%. I don't know why. I don't think that's so hard, That it's a factual statement, And look how naive me. It's a factual statement and look how naive me. All right. Here, Ian now. Just look how Ian make much broke my phone star, man. Damn, man. Sure. Ian,
What did I do?
you make my broke my phone, man. Sure. Me drop my phone. In a broke. Me have other phone here so I can change it
How is
plates
that?
still. Yeah, because you call the
How
phone
is
and
that my fault?
listen to me, Ian. You call the phone and my big bad phone vibrate and drop off. So it's your fault. Don't tell me it's not
It's
your fault.
so like a your fault problem.
No,
A your
your
fault.
fault. Yes, because it was catched on the next phone, yes, and drop off. So yes, it's your fault. So, anyways, no,
No,
convince me, convince me, Ian. Can you come with the same thing last year, You come with the
hold on, no,
same.
hold on. JD, as far as I'm concerned, I'm just hopeful because based on Costa Rica's team,
Mm-hmm.
they should be Jamaica. Really and
Okay.
truly.
So then, so Ian, why you just put an extra Ian? You see, I always mash up
No,
people
I
brains.
said to you, I am being hopeful. I am
Okay.
being hopeful. I
Okay.
am being, listen, I'm putting my trust and my hope in the team that they upset Costa Rica.
Okay. All right. So,
Here in line with the problem, JD.
uh-huh.
You know what we keep on doing
Yes.
is like you have a road, right? And the road have 20 pothole, yeah? And
Mm-hmm.
you think say and drive another road the same way each and every time you go and miss those pothole, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And so the analogy is this: we think we can qualify for tournaments using particular players, yeah? Listen, I have no doubt that these boys are talented, right? But the development is lacking. And if you're playing a seasonal competition, recreational competition that lasts 3 months, and you're going up against academy players that play 9 months out of the year that are being coached by pro licensed coaches, yeah? Even if you are as talented as them, right? They are being developed in a structured, organized manner in a professional setting. So when it comes down to the tests, they'll beat you time and time again.
Yeah.
And they fail to understand that when our schoolboys leave, most of them matriculate to the JPL, which is ranked 13th in Concacaf.
Yeah.
So they are not, and we're fighting against nobody born in Jamaica. Yeah? But we have to look at your opponents and what they are doing. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And I pray and I'm hoping and praying that this team qualifies. Yeah?
Well, we are looking at the avenues, and we have to be honest. We have to tell the people where we think the difficulties will come in the avenues, and clearly,
And
yeah. Continue. Finish.
it's shaping up to me that they're going to finish second
Yeah.
behind Costa Rica. That's what I think going to happen. And then they're going to buck up big bad US.
Okay, you think a US you're gonna actually meet? So it's a second we're
No,
shaping up to come then. That's it, you think?
no. If I'm being realistic, I think we're going to face the US
Okay.
in the quarterfinals.
So that simply means you don't think we are gonna World Cup then? That's what you think? Or you think we have a good shot to beat USA? Which one?
JD, if I'm being Jamaican, we're gonna beat the US. If I'm being realistic, let's go and beat me up.
Okay. All right.
So look here, we keep on repeating the same thing time in, time out. Listen, I hope that because the Jamaican team, I don't know any team that Mr. Garden will eventually select.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I pray and hope that the best players that are left, that they will be the one, because I think they have 11 to 13 overseas based players still in the camp, and most of them are US based from academies. So if those boys make up the majority of our team, I am thinking that we will stand a chance, of finishing first. Yeah, Costa Rica, because hopefully that the defensive mechanism that he utilizes can work for us, and he can, script out a 1-0 victory over Costa Rica and win the group.
All right.
Then from there we can do a thing,
All right. Well, all right. Me I gotta just look through the rest of the lanes them to see how it go. Cause me
So I'm praying and hoping, but JD, when we see the team, the squad, I think we can have a better idea, a better sense.
Yeah, man.
Of what's gonna happen.
Yeah, man. But I've gotten information, and I kept getting more information, because clearly nothing has been sorted out as yet. But that is sad, because if nothing has been kind of set in, at least 70% of what should be there is not set in stone. That seems for a little bit a problem, because. Oh, yeah, run up the time. I want a Jamaican team that we know that 3 days before the tournament, at least put it to 1 week before the tournament, we know who we are playing, and we are working on strategies.
It's like you have your daughter, I have my children, yeah, and in getting something done, if we use a neighbor's child, our chances are better. I say, you know what? I use my neighbor's child. I use my child. If him fail, so be it. I don't care. Right? That's the approach that we have taken for how much years in our football.
Okay.
We try at the senior level, it don't work. Junior level, it don't work. When will we learn? When will we learn?
All right.
But as I said, I pray and I hope that we can finish first in that group. We can avoid the US, and we can finish fourth, or reach semi-finals at least. And then yes, after the year, we know that there'll be reinforcement coming when the World Cup comes around. Yeah.
All right, bossy.
Anyway, bless up.
Yeah, man, respect, bossy. Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Guys, make sure to smash the like button as you come in, and let me just go through the rest of the comments. Them, hold on the calls. Let me just go through the comments them because the comments are run. All right. Bless up. Laugh for load. We're gonna go to Mr. Man said, yeah. Uno overlook Mexico. If we finish first or second, we will meet Mexico or United States before reaching the semi-finals. Finish third, and we don't have to face any of them. TikTok, because the man is TikTok. Yeah. Anyways, third, which is G3. All right. Yeah, that is third. So this it would be here. Let me say the runners up for third place should be over here. And we predicting that Mexico will finish right at the top here, which is E E winner. All right. So they are gonna play Nicaragua. They're gonna beat them, and then they're gonna be right here, and then they would have to come right here. So that is true. We would not face none of them until the semifinals. That's why we said that. All right. So that's for third. That's a third. The man. Listen good. That's a third. So we had said third is one of the better places. Them. Look, G winner plays Puerto Rico, and we assumed that United States will be down at F. Down at F. So we wouldn't face United States until the semifinals either. The man, yeah, moves slow. All right, because we are perfectly correct on what we have said. That's what we said. Second, first and third would be the best one. So I think you're moving slow because we're accurate on what we're saying. All right. Leads by McKinney. So now they have three American ballers. Yes, I heard them spending a lot of money. No, JD, me not beat you. We are bridging. Jamaica cannot finish second. That would, yes, that's what I'm saying. But I heard wait again. I saw a leader send me clips. I don't know why leader sent me clip. I thought he's gonna come on. Oh, was the Instagram live? I missed it. It was fantastic. I never knew anything about it, but the people said they need the entertaining back because I brought life to the Instagram. So I guess I'm going to be doing it. JD, I watched your rant today straight from the front seat of the Benz in sport mood. Wow. So you're telling you're talking about your Benz. You're talking about me. All right. You see, the man them talk about money. Yes, I have a lot of phones, man. Maybe a lot of phones, computers and phones. I think I have more than anything else. I have more than 20 computers. Physically more than 20. And I bought the next one. See, I brought the next supercomputer over there. That was not fast enough. I'm gonna put that upstairs and I have a new one here. So yeah, man, when you come on the phones and computers, remember it's like my job, for the last 1.5 decade, so I need it, JD a chopper. No. EMs is not everybody that uses computers are choppers. All right. Yes. Uno overlook. No, Mr. TikTok, you are wrong. Finishing first and third avoids United States and Mexico until the semifinals. So you're wrong, TikTok. So we beat you again as you come in. It shouldn't be an upset. We are big, fast, and strong. All right. iPhone and wallet. No. It's all iPhones here. Me have my wallet cases here for the phones. They are different. Big up yourself. Massive respect. Lee Young and Island Card. Big up. We are we are over that. Miran did not choose your players. We are talking about the best route. Yes, we are talking the best route, and you don't have to tell set the man players them TikTok. It's the entire country's players them. They are Jamaicans just the same. All right, we don't go there. In other words, if you're delusional, if you're being delusional, uh, Miran should look to finish third in that group. It's our best bet. No, okay. You're looking at the other teams them TikTok. All right, let me see now. Oh, you will look at it then. Yeah, okay, TikTok, but you can't plan for third, You might finish last in a TikTok. So I think if you go for second, and if you saw that okay, I can give it up on the day. I will give it up on the day. I know it sounds mad, guys, but believe me, the last time I heard people burn me out, what kind of madness that? Coming this or that, and the final day I've heard the same person them saying the same thing as me. The starting right back on U17 LAFC has a Jamaican father. His new nickname is Ghost because although scouted, I don't see his name anywhere. All right, Warrior 777. Oh, you're doing my massive respect. Big up JD and everyone. Wouldn't be surprised if Jamaica struggled because of short-term planning. Okay, okay. You have J Ross, massive respect. Thanks for being here. Brian Burke in the building. Campbell, look through the schedule. No, no, no. You're not gonna disrespect any man in the chat, all right? Yes. The man come up and so call in TikTok if you feel like say you have more sense. Why you never just call in? All right. First or third thing, yes, that's what it is. All right. JD, based on quality, individual talents, Jamaica has overlooked for selection. I expected that they win their group and win the tournament. No, I heard Cataract say that, but I would not jump to say that because I kind of look at the realistic targets and I know that it's hard for them to win the entire tournament. They have never won a tournament. They have qualified 2 times, but they have never won a tournament. And no, I think the gap has been. I honestly believe that the players before that we had in these two competitions, they were slightly a little bit. All right, let me say it's complicated and it's up there. The quality of the United States players have risen to a top level. The Mexicans and they are high level as well. You understand me? So it's hard for me to say if Jamaica don't win the competition. I think that's just putting too much pressure on them. I think if you qualify, that would be a big deal. I think if they qualify now, it will be a bigger deal than before. That's what I think. I think if they qualify. Hello, good night, Mr. Jamaican Guna. How are you doing?
Yes, good day, Mr. JD, sir, and blessed day to each and everyone in the chat. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good day, anywhere at all across the world that you may be listening. Just wanted to chip in with a few cents that I like to let you chip in on this
Yeah,
particular
before you
under
go,
17.
before you start,
Right.
I hear Ian says based on omitted players, Jamaica should easily win the tournament. Would you still, even though you know the quality players were omitted, you would put a pressure on them? Because I am just saying, yo,
Well,
let the kids and just play, and anything them do,
all
we
right.
all right, That's what me I say still.
So let us look at the both sides of the situation. There are three notable players that were omitted.
Mm-hmm.
The most notable being Lovelace from Rangers in
And
Scotland,
they said it's papers problems for him. So
and they said that it's papers problems.
yes.
Okay, so I guess so. Let's reason that out now. Let's break it down as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So this is a player that would have been eligible to play for Jamaica from for some time now because you have the age for it, true?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, yes.
And they know that the player existed and has expressed interest in representing Jamaica before. So let's say a month ago, would we have known that this player would want to be a part of the setup? Do
Uh
you think?
yeah man, yeah man, yeah man. A month ago
So
we
we would
know
have
that.
been
We
so
know that, yeah.
right. So part of any institution or any company that you have, part of it is recruitment. A huge part of it as well. You want to pull people into your organization that are qualified and that you that can add to your company that you have already existing. Now, so these players would have been scouted, maybe more than likely. Let's
Ian,
give them the benefit of the doubt. They would have been scouted.
once again, Ian, we have said the man them weren't omitted. I literally said that, Ian. Stop, make this video, go back into one of my next ranting video after, and Ian me go burn out next, because me literally say, me tell Jamaican gonna say, no, he never have no papers. All right? Yes, continue, Jamaican gonna. I
Yeah,
don't know
yeah,
what
yeah.
to,
So I'm saying, so we're arguing from that point, man. We're arguing from the point of no, he
yes,
never had the papers.
yes.
So I'm saying now, how long does it take to get those papers together? The whole entire football world was on pause for 2 months
Mm-hmm.
of 2022, while the World Cup was being held in Qatar. So we would have known that, we would have known prior to even that we would want to try and get these players paperwork sorted out in time for February the 1st, which is the deadline to submit 20 players, right? Um,
So what we have where we're looking at now is either the problem with the players' paperwork may be more bigger than than just the normal stuff to get
Yes.
a Jamaican passport. So it may be a little bigger problem to solve, for the Jamaican passport. Or this is um a bad performance on the JFF's part in preparation, which I will lean towards the second one. I will lean towards saying this is bad preparation because we are just hearing about this under 17 qualifications a few months ago as if it's something that has just popped up. It's not on the schedule. It's not on the football schedule until like 4 months out or 3 months out, while other teams were preparing their sides from last year.
Yes.
Up in
Yes.
last year, we were hearing teams putting together rosters and calling in a big combine of players of 30, 40, 60 players. I think one of them, I think it was the US, had 60 players that they called up, who they had prospective players that they want to look at for their team. So other teams are preparing. They take the under 17 World Cup serious. We realize that professional players are getting younger and younger. We have 17-year-olds, 15-year-olds, 18-year-olds going to the World Cup. This World Cup probably is the youngest World Cup ever because of the amount of young players that are under 21 players that are on the rosters, spread across a variety of teams. So where the obvious movement is to move towards younger players who can add quality to teams, right? So the under 17 World Cup and the under 20, these competitions have become way more important now. And you see it even in the JPL. You'll find that the JPL now have a lot of young players playing in the league that has never been the case before, for whatever reason it may have been. So so we're seeing this trend is trending towards youthful players. So the under 17, the Toulon tournaments such as that are very important now in scouting the next big star, right? Especially now, because now is like a restart of a lot of programs, with the World Cup just finished a few months ago, right?
Yeah.
So I would put it at the foot of the JFF, saying that this is just them not being well prepared. Now, as it relates to your question, would I say it's pressure for them? No. We can ask ourselves simple questions. Do we have a striker in the team that is better than those two strikers that were omitted from this?
Papers never worked out on
Didn't get
time
their
then.
paperwork
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't get their paperwork in time. Can anybody here name like that under 20, under 17 striker that we can say, yes, he's going to be the guy that is going to be banging in the goals? That is one. There's a question I would like to ask. Who is that striker, or who are those strikers that we're going to depend on to score goals for us? And if we don't have that striker, that clinical striker, then where the goals are going to come from? Because we're going to win. We're going to beat every side that we face, and we're going to go to the World Cup. But where are the goals going to come from? Now, if somebody know more about the players than I do, they can educate.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. That's why I ask you that. I understand sometimes the words kind of getting a little problematic because people saying it's not omitted. Yes, but really and truly, if you had known that, if you had started off faster, you might would have figured out what the problem is, and that's what Jamaican Guna pretty much saying, and it's very clear what he's saying. Yeah, it might would have come off a little bit different. What I'm doing, guys, I'm loading the files as I do get it for the game that they're playing, so I can put it on the screen. All right. So
Yeah, but
yeah, so clearly,
watch ball hard without any proper technique.
yeah. So 1 second, I'm trying to get this running. For you, I don't know why leader don't turn it sideways. Yeah, so we're gonna get more files to send to you guys. 1 second. Yeah, but I agree. I agree with you, Jamaican Guna. I agree with you completely. And that I would have to agree. I would have to agree, and to say that we have to improve the way how we actually get things done. As in like timing. Yeah, obviously they said the next one will start 2 years earlier, so that's why I said I will always judge them 2 years in like of 2 months later. and later than this. So when we see that they are starting the preparation and everything, and every player comes up, we can get their players get their documents in time and stuff there, because 2 years in advance. So 2 years in advance should be good enough in my estimation. It should be good enough in my estimation, and that's what I was relying on. That's what I was relying on. Um, Let me try and get this right up for you, guys.
Yeah. Mr. JD, I just want to know, if we're saying these players are omitted because their paperwork didn't come through in time, but we still have some semi-professionals within the squad from the US or team, in academies and stuff like that, and they're satisfied that this team is good enough. I would just like to know. I don't know the players that well. If you say I will know, I call out 4 or 5 players. I don't know them, so I would just like to know somebody who knows the squad can give know the players that are there that so okay, this is a player that is going to be scoring the goals that they're leaning on, or these are like, let's say, a attacking midfielder, goal scoring winger, goal scoring midfielder.
They said
I would like to know where the goals are going to come from, because you need goals to win
yeah,
games.
they said
That's what I'm asking.
they had they said they had uh, players that can play forward positions, especially a goalkeeper. So we're expecting things. We just don't know exactly what will happen, because they are still chopping and changing, and that is a problem. If you're chopping and changing at this point, it does not show that you have that you have that final plan. That's my whole problem that I'm having now, because you're chopping and changing so late. It's nothing else. If you had selected 20 and said this is a 20, even if they are not the players than what we expected to be there, I would have been happy, because at least me know say your plan actually a work. What you have in your head a work out. You get me? I said Jamaican going.
Yeah, because right, because I don't see why it would make sense logically for you to be to not bring not have a player such as Lovelace in the team. This is a player that is playing his trade in a professional league. He was at Rangers. I think he's loaned out now, though. I think, but
No, he's
he's
still at
playing.
he's still at Rangers. Yeah, I think he's still at
He's
Rangers.
still playing. He's playing now because he was loaned out at some point, isn't it?
Yeah, he played the other day and scored. So I think he's still playing for
Okay,
the
right. And
U
this is a
team though.
local youth now.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Thanks. So this is a local youth now that is doing it. He's playing at a higher level than even senior professionals.
Yes, that is
With the
accurate.
Jamaica senior side in. This local youth are play at a higher level than even players that are playing on Jamaica's senior side. Right? Okay, cool. The Rangers and Celtic, them playing a Champions League every year, right? All right, cool. So we're now looking at a player who is a high quality who could have called in, and we can have him around for the next whatever. But his papers aren't ready according to the JFF. I saw an article that came out in the Bean, which is very interesting in a JD.
Mm-hmm.
The article, let me see if I can find it, and I see if I can quote exactly what was said, because this is very interesting. The wording, you know what I mean? The wording is quite interesting. All right, so the headline is "God moving forward without overseas firepower." Okay, and then it quotes Coach Gordon saying um, uh, those players like Eubank and Lovelace are a big miss, mainly because of their experience and the firepower that they would have brought to the team. Without a doubt, they would have been in the final 20 and possibly a shoo-in to start in the final 11 as well, said Preston. I guess they're referring to Simon Preston, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. All right, so let's scroll down now and reach which part it talks about Mr. Gordon himself, where he has a quote. I think he says something to the effect of these players, basically them other side, them not in our side because other side didn't look on them.
Yeah, that was a statement,
They
and that's
had a second side.
guys, one second. I'm just working on this. I'm working on this. We're just having a conversation. That's where the problem start today, even with me and Simon and everybody, because I feel Simon respond, and maybe Simon respond different. as what I spoke to him about and explained what I was actually talking about. You understand me? And
Okay.
that's exactly what I got.
This,
That's exactly what I got.
well, this is the exact quotation according to the Gleaner. It is sad situation. It is a sad situation that we are faced with because of some of these players were waiting to see if they are going to make the US team or the England team, and
Yes.
then we are second place, said Gordon. That's a quotation directly from the coach.
Yes.
Now that doesn't sound as we would expect something that is unifying. That doesn't sound like something that is going to help the team. That does sound like he's taking a shot at some of the players and giving an indication that um these players basically at Jamaica second choice, so they weren't his priority to get them involved. It wasn't like, okay, let's go all out to get these players involved, because in his mind, these players at Jamaica as second choice.
Yeah, but that's
That is
exactly
what
what
I
it,
mean.
that's exactly what I got when I read the article, and that's how Catcher came across. But when Simon came on, Simon said something else, because clearly it sometimes let me explain to you. When people says word in Jamaica, sometimes it don't mean the same thing. I don't know how we explain the part, but it's actually a true thing. It does not mean the same thing. So he could say that, and then someone say he means something different, and we have to figure out what he meant. Me not have time for that. My thing is, you say something, and we just want to just follow it up. That's all. You get me?
Yeah. You see, that is where I kind of have a little issue right there. He's saying the headline is saying paperwork, and then he's saying, in the article quoting that it's a sad situation because Jamaica would have been were going to be second choice, and they were waiting to get selected by other teams,
Yeah.
by England or by and I can't confirm or deny that that's what's going on. But I don't think that is something that helps the team. I just think that's something that shows the players I'm under the bus and leave a bad taste in their mouth, because
I agree.
we're not talking about the greatest and the most credible organization across the globe. We're talking about people associated with the JFF, which has been known, and we have to bear these things in mind, my bro. If you have one perfume, and every time your perfume missing, it's the same man that take up your perfume, bro. And the fifth time, the fourth time you realize that this man take up a perfume. The fifth time when the perfume go missing, that man there gonna move to,
yes, facts.
yeah, even in the engagement, and the next him you gonna move to, because he has a reputation. So we're talking about the JFF, who have a reputation for coming up with every excuse possible, talking about every obstacle possible to get overseas players out of the squad, so that they can get local players who are they familiar with, are affiliated with, sorry, in the squad. We're not talking about a great. We're talking about you can't take a clean shirt and put it in a dirty water and expect it to get clean, bro.
Yeah.
It's like that. You know what I mean? So we have to be real. We're not talking. So when people talking, them talking naive. Oh, this is what they said, so this is what we're gonna work with. No, we're talking about an organization that has had a history of doing very, very under the table business and corruption associated with them, and lies and sort of something be a controversy related with them. So we're not talking about the most clean and high integrity organization. We're talking about an organization who people are questioning their integrity straight down the line.
Yeah.
And we have to look at it through that lens. We can't be real. We can't be idealists and say, okay, we're gonna look at it through rose-colored lens. We have to look at it through the lens that is warranted, bro.
Right.
We have to look at it how it's warranted. As I say, I can't take a nice, good, clean shot and drop it in a dirty water and expect it to get clean.
Yeah. One second, bossy. London Kane, I don't know if you're related to Joby McAnuff. We would love to speak with him, because he's one of the individuals that we could have gotten some information out. We are trying to get to most of these guys that play for Jamaica, never really got to finish off their careers, because we want to make the fans them get in tune with individuals. So if you have any connection to him, definitely let him know to contact we, and we will definitely bring his information out there. Guys, make sure there's a comment, smash like button. Let me go through them comments here. One second, Jamaican go now. And we have the files on repeat, so as much as the files them come in, we're gonna see it for ourselves. All right. Them think they can trick the fans with last minute team and amateur players. We see the result over the 20 years. All right. What name did his father travel under. Ishmael, you keep saying that. If you have something, Ishmael, you say it so we can question the situation. Me no want to hear what name him father travel under because I don't know. And you know I'm not gonna come here and lie to anybody. I don't know why people expected better of the JFF. It's the same thing over and over. Yeah, but they promise us changes, and we are trying to hold them. We are trying to hold them accountable for the changes. All right. Bad reputation. Kai, big up yourself. Ishmael, bless up yourself. Thanks for being here. African says, in my opinion, what I think happened was they waited to see the players, then once selected, started the process to get the proper paperwork and for the players. That's my opinion. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right, but they need to come out and speak, or someone need to ask them. He's my hero. I love Joby McAnuff. He had me and my team dream as a captain. Okay, well, no problem. You need to get in touch with him. Tell him that we want to talk to him. If Lovelace was a crucial player for Moran, he would have took the initiative to help his striker get the papers. Yes, I do believe that it's hard for you to have a player, and you're saying that's the player you're relying on, but yet still keeping training every single day, and that makes no logical sense to keep training when your main piece can't do the job. You need your people to know about the main piece and watch the piece and everything, so you have to ensure that everything is completed. Yes, everyone else has professional players flood their team with better preparation and expect to win. That's not how real life goes. The meaning of success is preparation meet opportunities. All right, all right. U17 will have a problem scoring. That's what we heard. We hopefully that's not the situation. Aaron Garden seemed like he wants to pull off a topper Gold Cup 2017. He better have a good goalkeeper. All right. Canada is in the US group. Yes. The second place team, Canada or USA, will play the winner of Honduras group, Jamaica group winner versus Portugal. Puerto Rico will play the team in the quarters. So third place is our best. Okay, well, we said first and third, and you're trying to work it down to the minute detail to say that you're only giving them one. I, I'm not so high on Canada. That's all I'm gonna say. Africans will come up here and tell me a story, but I'm not so high. Jamaicans have um a book at them alone read from it, and it never work, and they keep doing it over and over and over again. There is a saying, doing the same thing and expect a different result is a sign of insanity. Yes. All right, bless up football global, massive respect. So what happened when you played Argentina in Copa America? How comes you got up for that tournament? What has gone wrong since that? What has gone since that? They changed the manager, London Kane, and they changed all of the high-profile players them and put in local players to restart a new regime. They did well enough in the Concacaf region, but they never really stepped outside the Concacaf region from that point. And your boy Mackinoff and those guys was pretty much dropped for no reason. You understand me? And that's why we love to talk to him to hear, let people know that these guys really love the players. You understand me? We have our history here, and I'm a person of reality, so we would love to speak with him. Canada, yes, we read that before. We read that who is in charge of keeping track of players for age group tournaments. But tell you what, let me be honest here. Remember, we had this problem for the longest time. We had this problem for the longest time. They had said to us that the coach coming in now will have the database and they're going to start run things good. So with that information, Jamaican Guna, does that change anything for you and the fans? Because they had said it's when Mr. Man come in, which they just came in after. So then they came in January, they were the 15th. And now we are literally at the 30th. So 15 days they came in. So they couldn't deal with paperwork of people. So how much you want to give them a leeway because the new coaching system just coming in? Or you're saying no leeway? They're supposed to still be good enough to do one passport.
They're supposed to be able to do a passport. If they really wanted to play, they should listen to me. Let me do this. All right. All right. When you want to build a team, where do you start?
Organization. So make sure you know everyone in your pool. So your pool you start from. Your pool you start from. Yes, your pool you start from.
Okay, you start recruitment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, cool.
Yes.
And you say you start on the basis of, okay, I have a specific philosophy slash specific style of play that I would like to implement. I would like the players coming in to suit that style. I think this player suits this style. Let's say, for instance, you're playing with a 4-2-3-1, right? So you're gonna know that you want to have basically, two. You're gonna have a bungalow wingers. You have probably 3 or 4 cams. You probably have a box to box, and you want to have some central defensive midfielder stamping in front of the back four. See? All right.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're playing 3 at the back, so you're gonna use wing backs instead. So your winger them are basically wing back, and then you have your midfielder them tuck in, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. So you're playing a different. So you're gonna look for that kind of player. All right, cool. When you find the best players, then you build your team around the best players.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So go out and you'll seek the best players available. Whether they be playing in the local league, in the JPL, in the schoolboy football, in college, your recruitment is gonna be an essential part of you building a team. No, you're gonna find the best players that you can find. And then when those best players come in, you build your whole team. You stack up your team around the best players them available so that they can be their best. True or false?
Yes. I like where you're coming
All
from.
right.
Yes, I like where you're coming
All
from.
right, cool. In Jamaica, we have a system. We don't do that. We build our teams around the local players first. And then we bring in the better players then from overseas to add to the local players. So somebody can give me an example of what company recruits the less qualified players and build the team around the less qualified players,
Mm-hmm.
and then bring in the better players then, and being which company, not players, sorry, which company recruits the less qualified people, and then they build their team with the less qualified people, and then they integrate in the better qualified people. Who does that?
Yeah,
That's
not much
who
people, not much people at all, not much people in life at all. That's a factual statement. Not much people at all. That's
that's what I want to know.
yeah,
More I don't know
that's
why we're
rough.
thinking like this. Now, if you want to win is one thing, but if you want to sell players and if you want to give players the opportunity to get out of the ghetto is another thing. What do we want to do?
Yeah.
What mission? So all the while, I always ask this, JD, and you know this. I always ask, what's the end game? What are we trying to accomplish? Do we want to go to the World Cup?
Yes,
Or are we trying to expose players?
he said he's trying to go to World Cup. I've played those clip from him,
All
and he said he's trying to go to World Cup.
right, let me give you a thing. There was a time when France disappeared off the football face of earth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah.
Disappeared off the face of earth. They came back with a lot of players at one, I think it may be a Euros or whatever. The coach said, my mission is not to win the Euros. My mission is to show you that France is back. I think they had a Rasta midfielder. I think his name was Karimbu or one of them man there. Where I sit up and salad up everybody and pile everybody. I think his name was that. That was the player who was the star player that time. When they came back, when people were saying, okay, France is back. About 8 years after that, they won the World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
The coach came out and said he didn't. I remember the quote exactly. He said, "I didn't come to win it. I just came to show people that we're here." You understand what I said? We don't come to win it. We come to shift up everybody and salad, everybody and pile, everybody and score a bag of goal and show the style and flair in how we are gonna come. We are gonna deal in wicked in 8 years time, but we just are showing us how we're there.
Okay.
See? A lot of people didn't reach the World Cup by the time they reach the World Cup and they win the Euros. A lot of those players never reached this. Same thing similar happened with Spain. When Spain was a perennial dark horse team. Because the Real Madrid player them on the side never want to pass the ball to the Barca players them and vice versa. Right? So they spent years as a dark horse team. You know what I mean? With Senna and them Monday night side, dark horse team. Until after a while, They came and they decided, okay, we're going to put it together now, and they put it together. Now, when you're going to build a team, you're going to build a team on the strongest players. So we want to we recruit our strongest players anywhere they are. The best players available to play in whatever age group, be it under 17, under 20, or the senior team, it doesn't matter. Get the best players and build the team around the best players. To me, we're doing it back and front, and we have put the cart before the donkey.
Yeah.
That is what we feel like we are doing. So how do we expect to win when we're doing it like that? Remember, I always say this, and I will continue to say this. The best team that Jamaica can assemble, in my opinion, my personal opinion, is a combination of overseas professionals and the best that we have to offer here. The best that we have to offer here. Not score 2 goals in a JPL and 3 goals in a JPL.
And when you say the best we have to offer here, you mean when you say the best you have to offer here, you mean the best Jamaican player. Period. So it not have nothing for the who are playing in Jamaica physically. It mean like Leon Bailey and them guys there.
Jamaican born.
No, but we have to make sure people understand where you're coming from, you know? So
right.
yes.
The best born added to the best. So who is the best player that Jamaica can get right now to go and take us to the next
Jamaican born? The two best Jamaican born would have considered to be Shamar Nicholson and Leon Bailey.
Right. Leon Bailey.
And Shamar Nicholson, you have to put the two of them in the same bracket.
Right. Them two man, they are the two best we have, local man. Okay, cool. Who are the best available for us where we can qualify for the next World Cup? And we'll look on them, man. We're going to say, okay, let us pull out all the stops and get them a right grade to represent Jamaica. Let's pull out all the stops and get the Lambesiki to represent Jamaica at senior level. Let's pull out all the stops. You give them to you, and then now, when we realize that we get them 3, 4, 5, 6 players that we can build a team around, then we're going to look and say, all right, let me see if we can find a left back or a right back or a Blake. Let's say we can find a Blake who can play left back. Let's get Blake in at the side as a local youngster. Let's get Ziminis if he steps up. Let's get, you're adding some other players to make. Because so we are going to build the team. Everybody else does it that way. They get their best players and then build a side. Look on Spain now. Give Spain 8 years' time and then they will be back probably winning the World Cup again. Them have Gavi, them have Xavi, Gavi and with the other name again, Pedro. And them look at you.
And they have Williams as well. Williams, the young Williams, is there as well.
Not Inaki, the other local.
Yeah, Williams. Inaki brother is there.
So them have built a young side now. And look, this is going to be the nucleus of them. Them have built one of the best with them up at that age group.
Yeah.
They look at you to play for Barcelona. So they look at you to play for Barcelona. Where I forward. See? I'm Fatty. You understand?
Yeah,
them have built it from them future, and then now say, okay, cool. We are going to bring in some other players now to make them money and make sure them perform at them best possible. Why we are doing it back and front?
Yeah,
I bet we start here to start from December though. We will start Jamaica here from December and done it January. So it will be December, October. So we don't have no March, we have October there. So back and front we are dealing.
Yeah. One second, brother. Let me just go to the chat and make the chat run. Guys, please smash a like button. Get us to 200 likes. And we just running what we have. The leader keeps sending them in. I don't know why he just don't record the game. Or just call we or whatever. But he's here chatting. I heard him in the background chatting. Yes. So maybe that's why he doesn't want to call in as yet. So London Kane says, look, if I ever see him, because he does come to Leighton and makes the odd appearances, all I can do is ask him about the current situation when it comes to Jamaica. I'll try to record it. Record if he's up for it. Oh, no problem. Well, he comes here and we have a chat, Ultras, all right. And then we have a super chat here. Massive respect. Big up Chelsea 2023, 2024. Storm is coming. We know that. Chelsea will say it every single year. All right. Yes. JD, they had an entire U20 fiasco, and now we are having the same. Well, just keep on watching on the screen if you see anything that you like, and maybe the fiasco could change, but we are just giving you what we get as it comes in. All right. Yes. Guna, many companies keep what they have and add better. All right. Guna, I'm going to send the link. Come on here.
So JD.
Guna, I'm going to send the link. Come on here. Okay.
All right.
Oh, let me send Guna the link. 1 second, Katak. 1 second. Let me send Gunnar link. Yeah, good day, big boss. How you doing?
What man?
Uh, hold on. We have a caller coming. So let me just take the call, my brother. All right, please. All right.
To the call.
Yeah, come in, big boss. Yeah.
What man, JD?
Me there, man. But
Where are you?
through Jamaican go on me. He me up on the phone, so me that try to make sure you can get in. Yeah. So me send him the link directly.
Oh,
So
but
you
you
can
guys see me different.
No man, he me up on the phone call. It's all right. So what going with the big boss? How everything going?
Boy, I'm there, man. I'm there listening and things, but JD, what me I just say, see, like, me can understand fully we are picking players or getting players or anything because sometimes when you look, you see America and Mexico a fight over players. See, even Canada.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like we have such a fantastic league in Jamaica, we don't need no player. When you sit down, I mean, I listen to this coach from St. Lucia. And the man say, then go to England, meet the player there, you know, make them know what I want, tell them to them serious about the program and what they might do. But it come like we just lay back and we just, not be a secrecy like some top agent thing at Jamaica. Like, if we are a player, and we are talking to a player, we don't cancel, we are talking to a player, we can have secret agent business we are going with, like, everything has to be a secrecy.
I mean,
You understand?
me understand. But
everything has to be a secrecy. Me say we must have a top league. When I best league in the world, that's we just lay back so. Because the same thing going on say, what we really want to do? We want to qualify for the World Cup and we want pushing a one man and sell him or some kind of thing. What do you mean, a man say, if better player get exposure, want Jamaica qualify for the under 17 World Cup.
yeah, but
So me I say, we can afford this, that, but we can. So when you're into a competition, just because if you don't qualify for the World Cup, what about them players?
yeah, but sometimes what you have to do is you have to just sit back and let's ask them what they mean by that. And see if they have a logical reason around it. Because sometimes it's just regurgitated statements, regurgitated statements they are using. They heard someone say it and they just repeat it back because it sounds a little bit exactly like what people are trying to sell. So you have to ask them what they mean by that. Because if you go to the World Cup, it's still not the most exposure you're going to get for those kids. So it makes sense for you to say you're rather exposed players than actually go to World Cup. It's the World Cup, the biggest exposure here. The biggest two thing at under 17 is actually the World Cup and the Olympics. So you're going to just cut two stages and only make them go to the Concacaf. Jesus Christ, that is...
JD, I'm not interrupt the caller, but can you ask the cameraman why is he censoring us pictures and sending pictures of his big toe? And can you confirm? Just ask the cameraman to confirm if there is a rugby match taking place, because I don't want to say anything bad, but I noticed a white object flying across the field, like going from one thing. I know it's not the ball, but can you just confirm what that object that we see flying across?
You obstruct the caller for cause problem. So just make the caller finish and we can have the platform for ourselves. All right, so call, please. Just finish yourself, Neil. Finish your point, brother. Talk as long as you want. And finish all of the points that we have. Cataract is too troublemaking,
Big up Neil. Me not make trouble, Neil. Me just want know. Me just ask. It's me quiet. Me just want a confirmation of what me I see. You see the same thing, Neil?
Unidentified flying object.
Hold on. Simon said, at Oyini, there is a drone at the field.
Oh, so, it's a drone I'm seeing. Okay.
So I want for the drone that you saw.
So it's not a ball. It's not a ball I see going from defense to offense.
Okay. Yes, it's a ball, but Simon said it's a drone. I don't know what kind of eyeball Simon have, because Simon see the and the ball means is still here, but I'm looking for the drone. I'm gonna pull up all the clippings, guys, so we can get the seat. But continue, Neil, continue. The videos are too distracting.
But JD, everything where them say they don't want nobody I train. Who was called a Jamaica team when I win nothing? Eh? JD, when last Jamaica qualified for anything. So me I wonder what kind of top secret. All right, you have to keep up a top secret meeting, waiting and qualify for nothing. You understand? So me can understand the way all them are do things like we just have to do some little under the table business. Like, all right, as soon as a man say a couple man come out, a couple JPL man come out and change. Oh, we're supposed to build a team with them a player because we have to have two teams. That means if a man slide out, we can slide in a man. We don't have a problem with that team a JD, but if you are going to build a team, you have to build a team, run the best players them, don't. How you going to build a team, run the players them where, brother, me not even know, because me not even want to say nothing about them. But a JD, me can understand how Jamaica do things. Me don't know, like, other coach go places, even from America, talk to players and things. Me don't know if we coach talk to nobody. It's like a top secret. If you coach a guy in England, nobody don't know. You understand? And the coach go this data, nobody don't know where the coach go. So me I wonder, so our reason for all of that. And sometimes you play them who them attack to. Some I play them who them attack to. I don't like them go play in England tomorrow. See? If the coach him go England go talk to players, why they can't say, all right, the coach go England next week, go talk to some players. Why they hide that? See? Nobody know when
So Neil, may I answer that, JD?
Of course, you can go ahead with the thing.
Okay. Neil, I think that Jamaica got burnt about 2 years ago when somebody spoke out of turn, and there were, I think, 6 players named, and then Gareth Southgate in an article, and then Gareth Southgate called 5 of the players into a meeting to discuss with them their England future and not to represent Jamaica. Those 5 players were Mason Holgate, Mason Greenwood, Calvin Phillips, I think Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and the fifth one's kind of missing me right now. I'm not sure if it's Nathan Miles, but there's Nathan Miles. The fifth one that's just missing my head right now. Ben Godfrey, and Mason Holgate. Those were the 6. Now we were told, or we were informed, what we knew, that in that meeting, Mason Holgate asked the question, so if I'm to hold on for England, what guarantees do I have that I'll be a part of the program? And so it was, there's no guarantees, and Mason Holgate left the meeting, right? Which left 5. And of those 5 players, all of them have been given their one England cap, and only really Calvert-Lewin has had, you would say, multiple caps, and Calvin Phillips was on a pathway. So I understand if they would want to keep on the wraps what their strategic thing is, but as you said, none of this can be hidden because people know for the most part who the Jamaican players are, or those with Jamaican heritage. So it's not a big secret. But I can give them a pass where that is concerned on the senior team because of what happened. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah.
I'm putting up more of the files them as they do come in, yeah? I'm just opening it. Yeah, continue, big boss.
But just me understand that, Dean. But why if you coach even got England, that's a secret. Like if you not talk to players. Nobody don't know if you coach got England. Because we see USA actually get Florian Balogun. And Florian Balogun, now him decide where he want to play for US or he want to play for, I think he mostly want to play for England. But they talk about him every day. You see? But it come like we just, and Florian Balogun is a top player. Can we see score a goal against PSG today? So, and he must score a lot of goals in the French.
Yeah, man.
But me I say like, if you coach against England, then, man, them can say coach against England, go talk to some players, then have to say, oh, but at least keep it fun, them make them feel like the coach do some work. Why, even if man go over there, it's like a secret. Nobody don't know if he go. Nobody know if he talk to no player. You understand? No, I don't like you have to call out like names and say, well, he talk to this man and he talk to that man, he talk to that man. But even if a coach against England, he man give it as a secret. It come like everything is a secret. So, me I wonder now, like, if we as fans, people want to spend your money to watch Jamaica play, all kind of thing. But then still keep everything secret. Them a ban people from go watch training session. You understand? Me don't know what kind of top secret are going on. So because like Jamaica not qualify for not one thing. See? Right now, even players Jamaica is supposed to bring in for the under 17. Before you think they would like no, they say they're not going to get the player.
Neil,
So
we
everything
can
is
chip in us up. Yeah, Neil, we can chip in us up. Like banana chips.
Yeah, man, go on, man.
Watch out. All right. So you asked a very, very interesting question. See? You see, we keep on not paying attention, bro. And a lot of people come with distraction. We're not paying attention a lot of times with these situations that it relates to bringing in players and, having those players be a part of the squad from way out. We're not paying attention. Every country that want the best players to play for them go for them. You know what I mean? As a player start show promise, you hear that. Remember, you mentioned Balogun a while ago. Him qualify for play for America, him qualify for play for England, and him qualify for play for Nigeria. Right? Both all of the previously mentioned teams have actually reached out to him from he was probably about 2 years ago. Once he started to show promise in the Arsenal Academy and he must score a bungler goal, he reached out to him. Saying, yo, you want to come play for side over the party? And that is the reality. But, because Jamaica bigger than them side, Jamaica bigger than the US, Jamaica bigger than England, and Jamaica bigger than Nigeria. We do that. Because, you see, if you are a person who is got, it's the mission, so sometimes we hear some people are cuss. If we stop cuss and just look at it realistically. The mission is, listen to me, if the mission is, let's say, for knock some marble in our box, right? That's and beside the box there's a cup. And you knocks the marble in the box. When the mission is to knock the marble in the box. Yay, you have knocked the marble in the box. Whoa, everybody can celebrate. Great. Next week, the mission is to knock the marble in the cup. When you knock the marble in the box, what you do? You miss, don't it?
Mm-hmm.
Right. You miss. Me no want to use certain words, forget the thing, like what would I use? So I use that analogy. No. What has changed is the mission. Because the mission last week was the box and the mission this week is the cup. I don't think a lot of these people who are running Jamaica's football, their mission is to get the team qualified, to get the team prepared for the best. I don't think that their mission is that. I think a lot of these people are trying to hustle the Jamaican teams. They're trying to sell players. They're trying to put the ball in them as put shop window, and they're trying to make a quick buck. So the hard decisions that are required in order to bring in the best available to us and trying to lure them into playing. Remember that we're not a world powerhouse. We can't go up against England for a player and win. We're gonna lose. So the only thing we have to do is try and find that player long before him start perform well. Cause England just call him in, and the man just arm and say, "Oh yeah, I want to you to say England a ban youth, I say for day youth, I'm and just sweet him up and make him feel good, and yeah, fly him first class, and that is it." You understand me? I said, then a man have to go back around the economy, power one plane and come to Jamaica.
So,
25 million thousand miles away from which that come from. So
Guna,
the reality is this: if we are going up against a player, hold on, I'm finished the thought. If we are going up against a big country like England or going for a big country like the US, and we want to win a player's graces to let them represent us, we have to either discover them before them start perform, or we grab them from Shirley, from the Maluku youth, and make them comfortable playing for Jamaica. That is what we have to go get it.
And I do
apparently
agree.
These men are not interested in bringing the best to Jamaica. They're not interested in bringing the best available to Jamaica, because the best to Jamaica, chances are I'm going to take one of them friend footballer or one of them alumni footballer from being in the national program.
Yeah. Oh, guys, before we go anywhere, we have 150 in our host. Guys, get the likes up to at least 150, because we're trying our best to have a conversation, detail it as well, because I want to ask, right after this, but let's get the likes up. I want Neil to finish up his point and stuff. What I want to ask then, are we satisfied? No, clearly we are not satisfied. But from where they started to where they are now, are you not okay with that? Because at first, I remember we were calling for them to go for young kids, The young kids, them turn up and prove to them that they are willing to turn up at under 20s. And now they have turned up at under 17s. They have picked some, but they have not picked all. We still don't get the full disclosure on how the selection process goes. So, or went, I should say. So what would make us feel better? They be more open to us? What would
JD, you're going to, may I respectfully ask that we deal with the matter first before you jump to a very good question, because the point that Guna made when he was on the phone needs discussion. The point that Neil raised, which Guna tried to respond to, needs discussion. So Guna,
but we have the phone call, and we have this around, and we have two commenters. We can't read. All right, finish up. Finish up so we can get more things running. That's one show now running.
Oh, Ghana, I get them president to talk to players. But we have a prime minister and things. It's like, all right, it's like the man, them like football federation that they want to talk to players. Much more people get the prime minister to go talk to players. So that show me that they don't want to play. So because Ghana and Nigeria are a bigger football nation than Jamaica. But them can't get to them president to talk to players on the phone. So why we can't do something like that? Unless we don't really want the players. See? But we just give people them some smoke screen. Like I tell them, say, well, put the news out, they say, well, this man, no, because JD, when they realize, and on 98, when they can come out and tell people, say, oh, this man don't want to play for Jamaica. And I'm TVJ and JBC at the station, and he just done this because nobody knows nothing else. The man, if you understand, say, we're in 2023. See? Everybody has information.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, because even
people have information from players. So, all me I say, if them big country, they can get them president to go talk to players. A big players will come play for them. So who are we come like when they want to talk to nobody? See? You like so we don't want to talk to nobody. Because me a cataract thing when it's like, if you call a man and tell a man boy play, like a man say, oh, you know you want to play for Jamaica. What kind of fool argument them there? Yeah, on the big up on yourself, I mean, they are going to listen.
All right, respect, bossy.
Big up family. So hopefully JD
No, you can talk now. We just try to get certain things done. So we can pull on the lever and continue. Yes. Thanks for the 100 likes, guys. But put 50 more likes on it. Go ahead, Cataract.
All right. So
we can work with the comments, please. Just work with me. One of panelists, so just work with me so we can get comments from time to time. So just work with me because the people are not gonna feel good for we not getting them comments. All right? Yeah, man. I just try to tell you. We not become YouTubers, That's what I'm telling you. You and Jamaican go now. You continue.
Okay, thank you. Let me first address Guna, and then I'll address Neil. I was hoping that you'd have allowed me while he was on the phone so that he could have responded back. So Guna, part of the approach is, and you spoke about knocks in the marble, right? What it sounds like. And I will use my analogy. A man goes to Pegasus when they have Miss World, right? Jamaica Miss World. And he want and him like off the woman that win the Miss World crown to go represent Jamaica, right? And then somebody comes to him and says, Bona, you know, so the cat will come second. Me hear her say a thing like, should I want gay attack because she love dancing song? And you guys say to him, say, oh, you know, she want to talk to me. Now the first thing you are going to do, Guna, and move out of your chair and step towards the stage and say, good night, congratulations, I love your performance, heard and see if there's interest. No, all right, you don't do that. A man come and say, boy, she would love to come back and visit Waterhouse, you know, because she flying to take part in Miss Jamaica and she don't really know Jamaica. But you guys say, if you want to come to Waterhouse, she will take a taxi herself and come this up. And when she reach for the ground, I'm going to do so she want me. These arguments sound like they're coherent or cogent. Tell me, Gula, before me move on.
No, let me just give you one sentence. Let me give you one sentence. It's a that analogy where you use, my G. See? And we're gonna get real, you know, because sometimes you hear people come and selling unicorn meat, you know, and we have to get real. You see, we have to look at it like this. You use a perfect analogy about, you know, if a woman reach out to you and shows interest in you and says, hey, you still ask her if she's interested in her. Why is she interested in her? You step to her first and then you find out from she, don't it? So why is it that every time there's a player that shows interest and say they want to represent the country, instead of stepping to her, the man then pull back, right? Put one dumper truck in between the player and the person they're supposed to talk to. Cut off the phone line, dash her the phone, drop a bomb which part the phone used today. Do everything for don't make sure them don't get in contact. Change them email address. What is the problem with making it so easy? We're supposed to be recruiting the best that is available to us, knowing that we're a culture that goes around and spread our seed all across this earth. Why is it that when the players showing interest in representing us, we don't go and assess them? It's not that hard, as Neil just said. This is not 1998 where people only getting information from TVG and CVM. We're talking about 2023 when your phone is bigger than the computer. Where a computer was a room 30 years ago. A computer was a room 30, 40 years ago. A computer was a room.
It was called a mainframe computer,
right? Now we're having that in our hand, and man, I come to we in a. This is the same thing, you know. Let me just Brenda, before I let you back in. Let me just make a very important point. I always hear them making it. Neil brought it up. PR is not that hard. You have people called PR agents, public relations agents. These people basically have the contact lists for the relevant newspapers, outlets. So they have Loop, they have Gleaner, they have Observer, they have the email, they have the editor's name, they have the email address. That's what they do for a job. That are them occupation. Now, I am certain that the JFF has a contract with a PR agent. So whenever information they want to disseminate to the audience, they can do so by that agent. They simply put out a release, and then that release will be sent out to all the gleaners and the observers and all these people, and we will know what is going on. It's a simple thing. Plus, there are things nowadays in 2023 called social media platforms, which we have one here called YouTube. We have another one called Instagram. We have another one called Twitter. So to get the information out there is not that difficult as it used to be. I can do all of that from a phone we just mentioned. If I want to put out some information about a player, players, the plans of the coach, a simple tweet, and then you use that tweet and flip back that tweet there. Let's say you flip it back on the tropics, or you flip it back on Instagram. The same tweet, that's a tweet put out from the JFF. This is what the JFF said. And the information goes out there for who want to know will know. you want to know something, what's the latest that's happening. More to come. If you go on any left, you go on Arsenal site, you go on Arsenal Instagram, or you go on Arsenal, you will find out what's going on with the team every day. They'll put out pictures, information on the players, who is being signed, where they're interested in, who goal of the season, which players having a birthday. All of these information are available. Do we see that? Do we see that synergy between the fan base and the JFF, which control Jamaica football from all of the national teams and come straight up the line? Do we
So
see that?
you're going deeper thing. I wanted to ask, because you asked a question before you came off the phone, JD, you permit, which I
Yes.
would like you to do. If you are going to make steam fish, right, that you are going to give to, I don't know, maybe a man who is coming to give you $1 billion investment in your company, right? And he said to you, I want you to make me a steam fish, and based on how good that steam fish is, I'm going to give you 9 million US. I am going to give you the 9 million US if it's a great steam fish. You write down your ingredients list. That's the first thing you do, don't? The first item that you pick is you go down by Old Harbour or Rocky Point and ask the fisherman to give you the best, freshest, nicest red snapper parrotfish that him have. Am I correct or am I not correct? Guna?
You're correct, sir.
I'm waiting. Yeah.
What the approach of the JFF coming like is a man say, all right, let me get the okra, let me buy the pumpkin. As a matter of fact, let me buy the crackers and let me spend 2 hours or 4 hours in a Price Mart on 2 days before Christmas, traffic on Red Hills Road, and buy the crackers. And when I run out of time now, I then try to reach Old Harbour. So you know what end up happening? I end up around Raytown Fish Beach where the secondary fish them coming. Now, I want to make this very clear. So the product that you get, you have to start with the most important ingredient. And then you get the seasonings, and you get the side dish and the accompanying things, and you get the thing that is the decoration. In this analogy, and I'm not saying that the young man is a thing, Zach Lovelace is the prime piece of steak. Is that a fish? Right? So I'm not going to say that. I'm going to get me say that. But he is the ingredient around which a qualification program could have been built. Because you might say, okay, he's tall, he likes crosses in. Let me go and get 2 wingers to provide the crosses in from left and the right. Or you could say, no, he likes to run in behind the forward. Let me get a central attacking midfielder that's going to play the true balls to him. That will be my next most important acquisition, right? That's, to me, how the level of the thought process goes. I am going to be clear because people are on here who want
people are
to
here
take...
listening.
Hold on. They want to take the news elsewhere, whatever. So let me be clear. Hold on, Bridget, go ahead.
Cataract, you have to be skilled to finish up a point them so we can keep the audience in here. They might listen for things and them want things. But you just want 20 minutes or a segment, you don't care about a comment. We have the conversation.
We don't want 20 minutes on me. I watch your time.
The people might talk to you while you're talking. Ain't not conversate with them or nothing. I mean, just say that to you, Cataract.
Okay,
guys,
raise a comment.
Please, just get me up to 250 likes, up to 200, because I do my work. If you don't like Cataract behavior, you want to tell me, because leader leading, all right? See leader calling here. So the first thing, Granier, massive respect for the super chat. We're gonna come to the chat. So leader, no, this a pastor, man. Pastor. What my brother? Pastor.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon,
Yes,
Pastor.
good afternoon.
You want to come on the show or something?
Yes,
All right,
I have
I
time.
will
I
do.
could join the
I will do
stream
that.
now.
I will do that, Pastor. 1 second. Cause I think a leader call me now. Pastor star. Anyways, Granier, massive respect for the super chat. Thanks very much. Yeah, man, we have to burn out Cataract, man. I can't bother with Cataract. Cataract was one stay. Him one was warp and theme point. Remember, we have here to talk about other things. I say a good thing, you know. I ask him, you know, what will we be satisfied with? And Cataract can talk for 20 minutes and him cannot answer the part there. So we can't have a video him just part of just the negative alone. We want people to know what we were satisfied with. And I want the fans them to tell the people what I'm satisfied with. But if we keep on talking about only negative, we're gonna get to the positive. We already do 2 hours here, Cataract, at 12 o'clock at night, no, you know. Me no know when we're gonna get the positive in every day. You ain't answer my question there, sir. You see it? You just love what
JD, I have
yes.
provided you. I noticed I was very quiet. You even could tell people that my mute button was on. Listen to all the presenters, the call,
Me no
etc.
know nothing about that. Me no know nothing about that. You take up 20 minutes and me no hear what me ask, you know. You tell me, say,
Right.
me ask a good question and you don't answer me. Yes, a
JD,
war
we would like the best play. I just told you that we'd like to have the best ingredients put into making the qualification. And if we
yeah,
want to
but Cataract,
qualify,
you never listen to my question good. We have a new program set up. So clearly, all of these guys were working on the older program for the under 17. So I ask you how much that you factor that in how poor it has been assembled. Obviously, if the new guys that were here with John Wall, they would have gotten all the papers for these guys and stuff because they are going to be the ones scouting them from a long time. So we can have the high standard. So I'm asking you how much how much less like you're not gonna be full on dominant and say yo this and that because you realize that the same old JFF we deal with, but now the 15th of January these guys came in. So I'm just asking you what difference you look at it as, knowing that they had the same team. I know they have a different team, but the team never had any time to be impactful in this selection. You understand me? So that's what I'm asking. But you seems to not want to look at that, which is a valid
but
question.
no, but I said to you that I have said to you and said to everyone continually that February 12th is coming and the results must speak for themselves. We can't do anything else apart from that.
Yes, so even with you knowing that when the coaches them coming with a new program was late and it was the same poor look, for instance, 4 months ago he said he has his players them and a few guys from overseas will come in, right? That's what he said, you know. That's what he said, you know. So you clearly know that that from his belief what he had was his product. He never had much. He never expected half of the team to be overseas guys. He expected the team to be what he had because I played the video. I can go up on the video on TVG and come back. He said that. He said it, and a few overseas guys. So when I heard that it's 14 to 13 local guys, I'm saying, what happened to his team that he said he had from before? You understand me, Cataract? So I don't. We don't truly know what's going on because he never have no plan for all them overseas guys. He never said that. Him said that. Him said the
JD,
opposite.
So,
Hold on, Pastor. Let me make Cataract finish, my brother. All right.
no, I don't need to finish, and I have points to make. Who don't like to hear it? Just like your ears when me attack. When we're quiet, open back your ears. Listen again, JD. The fundamental way that we are going about each qualification cycle is fundamentally incorrect. It is illogical
Okay.
and
Oh God.
nonsensical. You don't go ahead and no one goes ahead and builds any sort of team, sporting, professional, a set of selectors. whatever it is, some fishermen that going to go on the thing of the ocean, you don't say let me go and find some high school boy where row canoe and then take them out into the mid-Atlantic and put Pastor Blake's life in their hands. You go for seasoned fishermen from Cape Cod and Boston and them. If I lie, I die. So the fundamental thing, JD, is that they have to separate recruitment from selection. And when you talk about recruiting of sporting players, just go and look at any US college and see what they have. Where are the recruiting materials that the GFF has? Where are they recruiting prospectus? Where's their...
I just told you, but you look like you missed the whole of my statement.
Hold on. No, I'm not making the whole of the statement. I'm saying
you missed the whole of my statement.
Go ahead.
Because I've literally said John Wall and those guys are going to be the individuals scouting from 0 years old to 7 million years old. So it's going to be one person doing all of those work. But obviously that person came in the 15th of January. So what time he had to put anything towards this squad? So I'm saying if you don't factor that in your statement that you're making now because they were incompetent
and you're missing what I'm saying. Scouting is a technical thing that you have to have a badge to do, and you have to be trained, your coaching badges and those things. I am saying to you, scouting is the second phase of the process. You first have to identify that this is a player that is eligible to represent Jamaica, and that is where the breakdown begins. Because we do so, John Wall, it's going to be the same thing. Because if there's no proper...
Because John Wall, they said John Wall have 250 players that never represented Jamaica. So where he's getting those players from? He's just they are just making up stories. Because Mr. here and said that, So we're going to hold him to that. They're not identifying players. You get me? I am saying what I'm saying. Pastor, just wait until Cataract finish. I'm just saying I'm just making sure I put the information out there so people can't just say we're telebag alive on people, because people say the other things. So I have to repeat it if he missed it. Remember, I am the one that did the program with these persons. So I have to say what they have said.
At this stage, I would say like you, JD, until John Wall tell me that I believe.
Okay, Pastor, but Pastor, let me make Cataract speak and then everybody take them time come in here. We can't just bull over everybody in a star. Finish your point, Cataract. So Pastor can come.
So I'm saying to you, JD, even when I heard the 250, I smiled, because you can sit down and watch 2 years ago the research videos that I did. They're practically about 300 or 400 players eligible to represent Jamaica and England alone. I can't account for the United States or Canada, etc. So you're scratching the surface. But until we realize that there's a step where you identify persons which needs to incorporate the diaspora, because they know best, right? And then when you have done that identification process, you then pass it on to the person who is scouting. Because everybody can represent Jamaica, not good enough to represent Jamaica. Everybody that can represent Jamaica don't want to represent Jamaica. And everybody else that can represent Jamaica, some of them want to represent Jamaica and are good enough. So there's a missing step at all times where we have to identify that pool before you say to HR. HR do the identification, and then HR says to the technical manager, all right, here are the people that we think can do this job, who would come to our company, and you now go look on them. Because we don't have the expertise to tell you what a coach is looking for.
Okay, so Mr. Blake, Mr. Lansley, you can come in, my brother. So people not agree with Cataract in the statement.
The first thing I want to go with is that with this recycling of practices that we are also familiar with from the JFF, Jamaican Guna, it stops at JFF. So that's where I'm going to start. It stopped at JFF, so I'm starting with the JFF. I am yet to hear the JFF press officer putting out a statement distancing the JFF from the libelous statement made by Marion Gordon. Every single player from the diaspora that was not selected in the team could a suit against the Marion Gardens statement and by extension the JFF. Because unless there is documented evidence to say these players were literally treating Jamaica as a second chance, all of these players made it known that they wanted to play for Jamaica. So where is the evidence to substantiate Coach Gordon's statement? And if there is no such evidence, the JFF is as guilty as Gordon himself for as long as it takes them to distance themselves from the statement. That's one. Your question, if I heard it properly, is what would we be comfortable with or what would we accept at this time?
Yes.
At this time, it would be better to send any 23 players without Marion Gordon to go qualify for the World Cup. Because when you lose a dressing room, you cannot coach no team. And I don't see how he's going to galvanize the players that have been shown to be unwanted by the coaching staff and the JFF to put their best foot forward for the country. Because if any of these youngsters are as intelligent as they are supposed to be coming from academies which are professional setup, where it is not just you're able to understand processes and practices. The same knife that sticks sheep or it stick goat. That's in a matter of speaking, because you don't stick sheep nor goat, you slit their throat. You stick pigs. Now, I've said that to say this. I have articulated on the program, Mr. Speed was there, that Jamaica does not have the quality coaches to strut it on the international stage, full stop. I said, the other day I went to research on the persons who were in charge of Jamaica's football.
Mr. Blake, finish up the point fast so we can get leader in, because remember he's driving, so we want to make sure we can get. But finish up the point.
Yes.
Get it.
Jamaica has never had a national coach born in Jamaica. Maybe only John Barnes, maybe. But Jamaica has never had a national coach that is born in Jamaica. And people are going to say, Pastor is talking foolishness. But again, I will submit. I like words. And words that have meaning, you cannot use them without paying attention to the definition of these words. When Carl Brown led Jamaica, 7 out of the 11 players in the starting 11 came from Boyz Town. 9 of the squad is from Boyz Town or more. Lead Jamaica, their blockade possible to prevent the players from the diaspora of the team. And every Jamaican born has been at the they have not fit the definition of national. Jamaica has never benefited.
You're breaking up. You're breaking up. You're the internet. I don't know what's up with the internet. Yeah? You sort it out. You're chipping. So sort it out and return. You fix up the internet. Yeah.
I'll just leave and return. You can bring in.
Yeah. Jump out and return. Yeah. Leader, big up, leader. What's up? Give us some insights.
Okay, well, I'm just leaving from that match. I'm going to a Premier League match, you know. Okay, let me get a basic idea of so far what we saw. The first time I'm actually getting a good look at them. What I can say, what the coach has, the defensive aspect of the team is solid. Again, be honest, it looks solid. Problem is when you move from your try, I can't say when you move, I can say when you try to move from defense to attack, there is a problem. But the coach did say 3 of his better attackers didn't play. Right? Okay. And what I also saw him do was he put one of his creative midfielders in the back line again. So I don't know what exactly they're planning to do there, but I think the defense will be solid. They made a mistake when they got a penalty. I don't know if you got that. I said that. No, and they made the goalkeeper go and take the goal. They lost 1-0 in the end because after hello?
Yeah, they lost 1-0. Yes, we got that.
1-0, right. They got a penalty, but the goalkeeper was the one who they sent up to take the penalty, and that wasn't scored. A couple minutes later, Portmore likewise got a penalty, which they did put away.
So you said they like the defense line, but you said they put an attacker in the defense line. What are they trying to do? Quarterbacks? Is that Pirlo?
I don't know what the idea is. It's not an attacker. It's one of the more creative sort of midfielders. But they put him around there for a period, and he did look good because he's a good ball playing player, right?
Okay. Yeah, nice.
So the final team that they're going to come up with, I think he'll have a little bit of difficulty. It might be, in my opinion, it might be packed with defensive midfielders and centre-halves. That's my opinion because attack-wise, I saw the kid from Veer. He looked nippy. He looked okay. Bell, who we know, he didn't play at all. So we're going to say his name is penciled in already. Another one of the attackers. Yeah. Ashton, I didn't see Ashton out there either. So it looks like some of them have been penciled in. So it looks like they already have the
it's just who you want to see.
And the rest of them are going to be basically defenders and defensive midfielders.
Leader.
Yeah.
Here we're going to Elder. What I was asking this question previously, before you forward on the show, yeah? Where do you see us getting the goals from?
Yeah, it's
he said where we see the goals coming from. You hear me?
Yeah, where do you see the goals coming from? Do we have a clinical striker or two?
Okay, listen now, seriously. In a tournament situation, the first option is to come out of the zone. Right? So what I can say is that one of the first options is you don't want to lose the matches. So if they don't lose none of the matches, and even if they don't win, they will go through. I can tell you that much. Once they don't lose any of the matches. So if the objective is the primary objective first. No, hold on. If the primary objective is to just advance, I think that is the team is set for that.
Yeah, but don't you have to reach the semi-finals in order to qualify for the U17 World Cup, which puts you in a knockout phase?
Yeah, but leader don't sound confident, Cataract, so let him finish because him literally say if you just want to come out of the round, if that's the ambition. So make him finish.
That's exactly, if the objective is to come out of the round, I think they should accomplish that. However,
hold on, leader. Hold on, broji. You're saying the objective is to come out of the round, meaning that you're saying that if the team doesn't
You have
lose
to
any
come
matches,
first, second, or third to come out of the round.
right. So you're saying that based on what you have seen and your expertise, we once we don't lose any matches, that means our defense has to be impeccable, not to lose any
Well,
matches.
look good enough. The defense looks good enough that team
Okay.
can at least they will be hard to beat
Mm-hmm.
and they're hard enough to score on.
Okay. All
I
right.
can say
Continue.
that much.
So leader, I wanted to ask a couple of questions that one would normally get when you're getting a
Yeah,
report.
You're going to only ask one first,
So
Cataract.
this match was against Portmore United.
Yes.
And the score it was for 90 minutes.
Yes.
Two halves of
One
45.
thing. Hello? Let me just say one thing
Two
here.
halves of 45 minutes.
At
Cataract,
first,
yeah,
you know,
I'm going to question
it's
Cataract.
gonna take 30-minute thirds. But what I'm going to say is that at first, I thought it was going to be only the Portmore reserves. But a
Okay.
number of the guys that played yesterday also came on because Portmore were pushing for it. So like the Satchel guys that played yesterday came on. So they did, it was a good test in my opinion for them.
Okay, so it's a reserve towards the first team.
Reserve and then they brought on, not the total reserves, you know, you had, well, basically it started off with the reserves and then they brought on players that played yesterday.
Okay.
So leader, I think I just ask you simple questions just for my information. Was the game a 90-minute game with two 45-minute halves?
No, not 45. They broke it into thirds.
30. Cataract know what it is, but he just want to say that if I can go up on the next rant and then take up 50 minutes of our question, the time to ask
It doesn't matter, it's a practice match, you know. So they change the side around a number of times. So you don't need to. They're going to have the 45-minute matches this weekend. So I don't see a problem with that.
Okay.
Okay, so
Practice match, you just stimulate what you want.
Yeah.
And change out the side. The side was changed out several times.
So we have matches coming up weekend, Big Boss.
On the 4th and the 7th.
All right.
Trinidad and Tobago.
Me still stuck at where do we have a clinical striker or two or three? You never really answer the question there, so I still want to get the answer. Do we have strikers that we think can lead the line that can come again?
Okay. There's a kid there. I didn't say Ashton, but there's another kid there from Canada. He's bustling. I really don't know if I can't say what he'll look like against Central American opposition. I don't think they'd like playing against this type of player, right? But I can tell you, the Jamaican thing is basically it's a physical type thing. You understand? They're going to give you the running and they're going to give you, that physical type of game, right? But however, if you're going to want to see all of the finesse and so on, the players that would have given you that would have been Bell. He didn't play at all, right? Bibi's son played. I wasn't too impressed with him at all, right? Who I was impressed with was the youngster from here, the forward. He's the forward. He did look like, I think he will open eyes once he plays against his age group. That's why I want to see how they look against the age group, because so far, they have been getting up against either stronger players, big men, that sort of thing, which for me, I am okay with that preparation now. Yeah, especially even with today against Portmore, seeing that Portmore brought on several of their older players coming on and they were still able to hold their own. I was okay with that. Right? The only thing is, as I said, at one stage you're playing like two in the midfield, and so you could see what they were really going for at one stage.
Okay, so what you're saying is we don't have like that based on what you see. Maybe you see one or so one player that you're kind of certain about, and then there's another player that you say is physical and bustling. So
I don't think he's going to make the final 20 though. I doubt it.
Okay, all right, cool.
I don't think
so
Jamaica. I think he's supposed to be a comparison to Ashton. Guy's name right now. He's from Atlanta. I think that other kid is a comparison to him, and I understand he's much better. So I don't think that kid will make the final cut.
Okay. Well, Jamaica traditionally has had a problem with scoring goals at international level. That's one of our major problems. We will have the good defenders, we will have good midfielders, but our problem has always
Out
been
and out, this
traditionally
year, the team
scoring a
does,
lot of
as
goals.
far as I see, I don't see one. Out
Okay.
and out.
Yeah.
But then again, as I said, they arrested 3 players whose names I think are already in the 20. They wouldn't have
So
arrested
JD,
them otherwise.
so
They
JD,
didn't even play them.
so JD, I asked a
Yes.
question
Hmm.
and you went on a
Yeah.
rant. I simply asked a question because I
I
wanted.
have not went on no rant. I have not spoken. I heard. I left. I'm Jamaican Guna leader to talk. Cataract. You have too
No,
much feet. Cataract.
Oh,
You have
JD, one other thing. Hello? One other thing, which is very important, which is against what the JFF have told us. The JFF have mentioned that the team is down to how much?
how much to how much now? It's down to the 20 or not?
No, right now they have 31 players.
31. So when I hear them have 28 players that are doing them cut them
Oh,
guy them from
I
foreign.
heard there was 27, but it's
So
31.
the
I
the last
counted 31 players.
oh my God.
So there are actually 31 players there. So I did
So
count 31. I heard they were cutting. I don't know where the additions have come from and so on, but I've counted 31 today.
so 31 and we need 20. So and then we went down to 27 when we cut the guys them from foreign. So where those are the miraculous individuals came from?
I
Was it
don't
because
know where some additions
Lovelace
came
and them
from.
guys
I
are not
don't
coming?
know, but I thought they were going to be using gradual attrition to be able to be looking at them and say, okay, we don't need, because there are some players I saw today that honestly, there was one particular player I know I saw who is connected to I won't say whose school, but I heard he was the best of the 3 that was there. And the first thing I said to somebody, if he's the best of the 3 that's left from that particular school, I am not impressed. I really won't say, but that school actually had the most players originally, and there are 3 left. But that one that was the best, I was shocked and really not impressed. So I think what I can say in the long run, I don't expect to see many players from Clarendon. If it decides to pick honestly, I can't. I think I should expect one from Clarendon College, but I'm not expecting very much more. Well, probably about 2 more representing from the Clarendon parish, but not that amount that was initially in that 30, because the mass of them that were coming from a particular school, to me, I'm not impressed with them.
Okay,
So,
all right.
I
Thanks
would
for
have
that.
cut, I would have cut them, some of them. The best
One
one that
second.
I saw, I would have cut him long time.
so
One
leader,
second, guys. One second, Mr. Ketterak. Guys, we have 158 people here. We are all for 2 hours. People complain that we need to go longer. I am not going to stay here with no 100 likes in the video. So get the likes to close to 200 because we have the people here. So hit the like button if you want. We stay up for hours a night. Yes, and now pay me for my light bill. So at least you know, do the likes them, or we not stay longer. All right, continue. Ketterak and leader.
right. So I wanted to ask because I was not asking opinionated questions. I was trying to get some factual answers, right? So you said that the game was 3 mini games of 30 minutes, making up 90. So and this is what I heard for the last 3 or so friendly matches, which I want to ask: has the team played under the match conditions that will take place 11 days from now?
I imagine that when they play Trinidad, that will be the match condition.
No, sir. That's the
Right?
future. That's the future. My question is:
That's a
has
couple days away.
has in the past tense has the team to date
No,
played
I don't think
a
all of the
competitive
matches,
match?
because as far as I see, because of the amount of players, it was easy to do the rotation and change the team in and out. At this stage, I don't think they need to do 45. What it doesn't make a difference, really.
Okay.
There.
No,
The best thing
and I
I know
said,
they're doing now, is they're doing a gradual simulation, because if you notice how close the matches are right now, it's
Leader,
coming.
the 30 minutes off is still okay enough. Once they don't take the
Oh,
50 minutes breaks,
okay.
if they take 10 minutes, to keep the pressure on the kids them. So I think it's okay.
okay. I'm not a professional coach. I'm just simply asking from the perspective of a fan.
Yes, but I'm saying, Cataract, once you don't give them 15 minutes in between. You want to pressure them to
Yeah,
keep on
that's the
stop.
other thing. They don't get any
But
long
that's
break.
you give them like
They don't
7
get any
minutes and
long
then
break.
put it back on. So at least you get to drop
Cataract.
your
Yeah.
belief.
Yeah.
I just
JD.
JD, we can ask
please,
JD,
because
a minute on that note.
please, please,
A
please,
moment on that note.
thirdly, faster. I just want to complete this. Please, just bear with me. Yes, and I want to be clear that my understanding of this 30 minutes, and correct me if I'm wrong, so that those in the chat can know. The team that starts for the under 70 at minute 1, at minute 30, is it not a different set of players that come on?
No.
No. Okay.
Extra. The man say it already, Cataract. The man say them
No,
twist it. Stretched.
No.
He said
They
it.
know
He
how
under
many
literally.
17
change?
and so on.
How
No, it's
many?
not
How
a
many?
17 coming on.
Can you give us an
Because
idea?
what I can tell you is that the last 30, you had
No, man, the
the
first 30.
possible close to the starting defense was on there. So it was me.
So what I'm asking you is, when the 30 minutes came, how many substitutions were made at that 30 minutes, if you can recall?
No. Probably about 3 hours.
Cataract.
Not sure.
If you had
Why?
allowed me to make the statement, I could have answered that you're asking, leader.
Bedroom leader was at, some ratio, but leader was at the game. I would
Yeah,
just
you
like
can
some
Listen,
Cataract, you can
information.
ask
But
some
leader
questions
is
to
talking about a system that I was a part of, Cataract, and I'm telling you, he's not going to remember all the changes because he's looking at particular player doing things. I could have cleared up all of that for you, having been through such systems.
him just want war with practical person.
yeah, Cataract. When you conduct your answer, you have to ask 2 questions, 3 questions, and then move on. You can't just be asking 50,000 questions back to back, and then they're long-winded and they have a long lead in, man. Just do the thing respectable, number, bro. Watch your style, man.
Him not work with it, man. I mean, I know the
Yeah,
man.
so hello, 'cause long-winded pastor go forward in again, but so forward in pastor, man, and see if we can organize the thing proper, man, and stop make the thing look chaka, bro, G.
Mr. Leader
Come on,
have
man.
to go to JPL match, So leader, when you're ready for chop out, tell us that we know.
So pastor, you say you want to ask a question. Go in with a question. Come on, ask a question too.
And the show have gotten away from me. Me can't ask the question anymore. So people when just know that they extra.
So we not hear from pastor. We don't know what go on the pastor. Let them take with the pastor. Miss Leader, what I was wanted to ask you, what kind of formation did you see them playing? What kind of formation were they playing?
3-4-3.
You're not here.
3-4-3.
3-4-3.
3-4-3, man. 3-4-3. Okay.
That was.
I am hearing you guys
they
loud and
normally
clear.
have been
Are you
playing
hearing me?
3-5-2. Hello? They normally have been playing most of the matches 3-5-2. But I understand training today, they changed to 3-4-3 today in training. So they're trying something different.
Wow. So we not have much strikers.
That's probably another step from what they want to make. They have already said, okay, the 3-5-2 for whatever purposes are defensive formation. Now they're going to the 3-4-3 for the attacking part of the thing. I don't know.
Okay, Lord God. Pastor, we are trying to get it.
All right, thank you.
We're not hearing you. That's the problem.
Yep. I'm hearing you clearly, so I don't know what is happening.
I'm hearing Pastor clearly too.
Yes, so Pastor, go ahead.
I'm hearing.
Like your internet finally working for a little time. Go ahead.
I was saying on the question that Catara posed to leader, not all the 11 would be swapped out at this stage. Like leader mentioned, that the defense line was kept. So you will not have a team of 11 players that would be under pressure throughout the 90 minutes, but you would have a unit that would be under pressure. So apparently they're focused on ensuring defense solidity. So they kept the defense unit together for the duration of the game in the 30 minutes going, maybe with one or two exceptions.
kept itself for the majority up to probably about the last 20 or so minutes or so. They change it out.
Which is what the system that is employed is supposed to do. So if they're working on the midfield cohorts, they would keep the entire midfield for like 70 minutes. If they're working on defense, they'd keep the defense for 70 minutes. So the other players outside of these particular units would be subbed out to be finding your best players to cohesive with your defensive unit, moving to a high press or to a low press, whichever thing you're working on at the time.
That's exactly because there was a particular midfielder that was recalled, midfielder / forward that they had recalled him. Basically, yeah, they looked and you could see us pull out quickly after a while. I can tell you, he didn't make the grade. So, yeah, what you're saying is a good description of what happened.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Sir Pastor.
Okay.
So JD, I don't know a question is a gotcha question, and I'm asking factual questions, not opinion questions. And I want to let me say clearly, this would be a departure from what we saw with the same technique when Coach Fuzzy was coaching the under 20. When they played Arnett Gardens, they played the first 30 minutes with the starting 11. Then when they came to 30 minutes, they swapped out all 11 players. And then the second 11 came on. And then in the third 11, they put a mix of players. So I am trying to ascertain whether we are doing the same thing again.
No.
So I don't want to come tell me when we are asked and wait.
There's a different 11 for the second. No.
Yeah, but Cataract, today has been, from yesterday,
And
I get a little
it's a different coach, so he's going to be doing things a little bit differently.
Yes, but
and that's what I'm trying to understand, leader. Thank you for the clarification.
Cataract, the reason why we are worried is because the man say it already, but true, you want to put it in your way. That's why you know. So,
JD, before you go, just to say this. What Fuzzy did with the under 20s is what you would do when you are like 4 months before the competition. What I heard leader explaining is what you would do before you have your 3 full practice matches before a competition. So these practices are supposed to be employed at different times during a preparation cycle. Go ahead, Guna.
Okay. Yeah, all right. That's true.
You guys can hear me?
This I want to ask you now, bro. What kind of style did you see us playing? Was it a possession based? Was it a wing play? Was it counter attacking? What kind of style did you see us using?
Jamaican Guna, leader gone here. Yeah, him look at him jump out. Yeah. So him jump out.
Oh, damn. Yeah, I wanted to ask him what style we were using, what style the team looked like they were playing.
Guna, that question that you're asking, if we're playing defensive, we have to have the ball. So I would hope that his answer would be that we're playing possession football. Because if you're going to be playing defensive and you don't have the ball, you're going to kick the ball them out of the life for 90 minutes.
Yeah, but
see how that becomes football.
Defensive when you're on defense. When you're attacking, what are you going to be playing? Are you going to be playing soaking up pressure and hit them on the break like where a particular senior coach was doing and misusing the players? And he was using a similar formation. Let us not forget.
I don't have a coaching license. Yeah,
it was a 3-5-2
that they were using.
Yeah, but Jamaican Guna, we have to wait until the next game. Then we just saw Simon posted. Are you hear me? Are you hear me?
Pastor, what you say?
Yes. No, JD was making a statement, so I stopped to make him go through with the statement.
Are you hearing me? Because you're not hearing me.
Yes, I am hearing you, JD. That's why I stopped. When you started talking, I just stopped. Okay. I heard you.
over the time, over the next 2 games, that's where we are going to really learn what they're all about, because these are the next 2 games are final games where they have actually put on full squads, and I don't think they're going to have 30-minute offs. They're going to have 45 minutes off, and I think you're going to see a lot more now, because you have to put everything together. You have to drop down to your 20, not 31 players, and you're going to see how he manages every single thing. So now we're going to have to judge him from this point when they play these 2 last games. At least from what I should believe, because it's the first that they have to cut the squad down to 20. So you can't be dragging people Pitney with you when you already don't have them in a squad. You understand me? So
All
I
right.
think, yeah.
So
That's
so
all.
what I'm saying now is a 3-4-3 formation, JD, is basically we're not playing. The creativity in that can be limited based on the talent that we have available to us, because we're going to be using 3 centre half and
no,
2 out
Guna,
of the
that is
4
not correct. Guna, that is not correct. It's not what is available to us, is what we have chosen. Continue saying what you're saying.
Okay, thank you. So what we have chosen is we're going to be using.
Pastor, that statement is not really right, because Lovelace them couldn't play because of them documents
Because
problem.
they according to them, they have paper.
Lovelace is not the only person that was available to us.
Okay.
The book must stop with Lovelace. He wasn't the only person available to us.
Yeah,
Thank you, Pastor.
I true that. So let's go again. So 3-4-3 is a formation. If that's what they were using today.
Okay, what about Cataract? You just want Pastor worry me. The tone of the same last name, and that's not the problem. Yeah,
What's more about? I said thank you.
JD, I am not worried with you. I am a decent co-host. I am just making sure that the truth is out there.
But
I can't finish my point, please, and thanks in the name of the Lord, amen. Jesus. All right, so what I'm asking now, right, is I'm saying if we're going to use a 3-4-3, right, that means that 2 out of them 4 there are going to be some string back. So we're going to have 2 midfielders going up possibly against 3 midfielders for most of the game. And the 3 with the up front, them have got tuck in. So either we're going to play with a flat 3, which is a false 9, which is very difficult to play unless you know what you're doing. Or one of them that got drop down back in the middle of the so and play like a central attacking midfielder. And we have 2 forward up front. So we're talking about tactical awareness and where these players have to be able to deliver, because those formations are that easy to play. 3-5-2.
I want to agree with you, but can I ask you a question on what you're saying?
Hold on, Pastor. 3-5-2, which you mentioned, is a big defensive formation. We have to hit on the break, bro. So we are going to use speed, we are going to soak up pressure, and then hit them on the break. That's basically 3-5-2. Like what a specific coach who was coaching the national team previously was playing in the national stadium when we were playing one of them side. I think it was during the pandemic when they had no fans. It was a 3-5-2 that they were playing. You remember that match? I think it was Panama. Right? So, and that that looks scrambling all over the place. So, but let us be optimistic and saying that is the formation that brought us to the World Cup. So, go.
Actually, Guna, what Rene Simoes played was 5-3-2 that took us to the World Cup, because his wing backs were flying, were supposed to be running down and bringing in crosses.
Yeah, so
it wasn't 3-5.
I see him thing, man.
Yes.
3-5-2 and 5-2, I see him thing. It's just defense.
No, it's not the same thing based on whether or not you're defending or attacking. It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing, Guna.
Pastor.
5-3-2. 5-3-2 is what's the difference? Tell me the difference, because
the difference.
When Rene Simoes was playing it, he had a sweeper who did not go past the 2 centre backs.
Yes,
right. Which is now, I understand, to be an outdated system, and the modern 5-3-2 has 3 centre backs that cover the 18-yard box pretty much in line and allow the wing backs to go forward.
Okay, cool. Go ahead.
So that is more the system that Guna is talking about is is more in keeping with the modern blueprint. But
Yes.
the difference is when you play with a sweeper, your sweeper can easily transition up to a center back when your wing back is caught out of place and the left or right center back has to become your wing back. So you're literally changing the shape of the team to be across the field rather than up the field in our diamond back line. That is why I wanted to ask you the question, Guna. You play football, I am aware. Which position did you play on the field? Because I wanted to agree with the statement you were making.
All right. I play attacking midfield. I'm used to play forward too.
Okay.
This is play striker.
Now,
I'm a player attacking midfield.
all right. This was Rene Simoes' defensive blueprint. You can only be touted to be defending when you have the ball. That's the only way the opposition cannot score on you, when you have the ball. To be in defense does not mean you have no does not mean you have
keep the ball when you have the ball, the opponent can't score. That is what he kept on
they
saying.
cannot score. Keep
Right,
the ball.
that's what he kept.
So every defensive unit that is set up has to have this philosophy in mind: ball possession. Now, based on what Leader said and the question that you're asking, I am right now frantic and scrambling to see how the Jamaica team is going to come together, because here's why. We were told that a ball handler was placed in defense. That tells me that the defenders that he have are not ball-playing defenders. So his mindset of defense is just to have numbers behind the ball. No team wins any football match by just having 11 players behind the ball. Because if you have two good passers of the ball and one good finisher, they're going to breach your defense line at least 3 times in 90 minutes. So you are down, let's say, 1 goal at least. You lose. Right. As a defender, the point you were making, Guna, the point you were making, as a defender that plays right across the back line and the CDM, I can tell you this: if we are not moving forward as a collective, Jamaica now go win no game, because it is clear we don't have no clinical strikers. So it means that we're going to have to out-possess the ball in each third of the field. When we're defending, we have to have the ball. When we're moving forward, we have to out-possess them, numerically and otherwise.
Do you know that you have teams that will play
4 co-hosts, 4 hosts, because literally take away the show from me and gone. People them put them money on the board and me read the people them damn super chat, because when I act like me not there and me can't say nothing. You get me? I want to catch rock in them feelings. Me don't know why I'm not going to play dance then if you mean them feelings. You get me?
Mr. Host, as the co-host, even if I am speaking, sir, the persons in the chat are very important to the platform.
Yes.
You being the coordinator, even while I'm speaking, you have the right to interject and deal with the super chat. And I want to make that public, sir.
You can't have no more than 1 hour on the show. You, Jamaica Guna or Cataract, I can't have the whole train up on the show. I not have a show when them do it. So I have people you put JD at the end of my show them. Me means that me and JD alone are on the show. Me and JD alone, nobody else. When I pick them, because I pay for 2 of my systems, If the stream yard, I pay a feed for everybody can come on. And my next system, I pay a feed for my graphics, them and everything. Do my thing, because I can start do more them show them. Because when I take my show them from me, and then I can't get my 200 and 300 likes, because I can't conversate with my fans them. When I take out all of my fans, them tune a celebrity. Anyways.
Please do not mix me up in a bungle.
Yes, Andrew said Jamaica plays better in a back three from 1998. Back three is better for Jamaican teams because we have slow centre backs. But okay, we have the fastest players in the world, but we always have slow centre backs. So that makes sense. And we have Pagan with the super chat. Massive respect, Pagan. Big up people. We have 116 hours. We are gonna go to 3 hours. Let me see if we can hit 200 likes in 3 hours. If we drop short on that, no problem. But 200 likes I'm aiming for. Let me see what it's on, so we can cuss and war with people. We need 60 more likes on the video. So let me see if we can get 16 that time. And a POR, you know? Yes, anyways.
So JD,
Yes.
I speak when I have to speak.
Okay.
When I have my mic muted, it means that I'm listening to the other presenters.
Okay, so why?
But I wanted to chime in on the point of the ball possession. If you remember that was a critique of Rene Simoes, and in particular Peter Cargill, that we would keep passing the ball back and not seeming to go forward at any time. But the difficulty with that, Pastor, is that means that you cannot make any individual mistakes. Because what teams will do is they will allow you to possess the ball in non-threatening areas and wait for you to make a mistake and then pounce on that mistake and change the entire complexion of the game. Now, you are the commenter who said that our centre backs are slow is absolutely correct. We may have faster players as wingers, but in general, Ian Goodison was a slow centre back. Rudy Dixon wasn't that fast. Tati Brown wasn't that fast. He used to read the game.
Well, we have Damian Lowe.
When we came forward, Claude Davis was slow.
We have Damian Lowe.
Two P's was slow. Let me take you through that. Don't allow me. I allowed you to be the whole time. Stu Pease was slow. I'm taking you through a progression. In the younger things we had like Alex Thomas, Shavard Thomas, Shane Stevens, all of those were really slow players. Jermaine Taylor, but they read the game well. And they compensated for their lack of pace by reading the game. But they weren't nippy centre backs. It's only recently that maybe your Damian Lowe's and your Richard Kings, who are quicker centre backs, as centre backs.
Stop right there. I don't want to cut you off. You're going to continue, but stop right there. I just wanted to press the pause button because you're going to flow with this. You made two critical statements in all of what you said. The centre backs that we had were slow, but they read the game, and 9 out of 10 times were in position, so they compensated. We have presently centre backs with fast stride patterns, but are slower than our slow centre backs that we had because they do not read the game, so they have to be catching up. So we are worse off than 98. Continue, sir.
Yeah, man, you never know if you let Pastor Lewis would get at you as well. Okay, Cataract, can you continue, sir? Are you done?
Cataract.
Shut up, Cataract.
Okay. Man, plug out.
I'm continuing. I noticed that the man is trying to like him know everything about everything. So let me tell you something. Because me can get disrespectful to and think. A foolishness you talk. Claude Davis spent one season in.
So, who are you getting disrespectful?
Please allow me.
I get disrespectful.
I said, Claude Davis, I said I could. That's you don't listen. I said I could get disrespectful too.
So
but I'm choosing not to.
Who got disrespectful? Who got disrespectful? Pastor got this.
No, I'm not pastor. I'm referring to the person in the comment. Pastor disrespectful. Boona disrespectful. We are all colleagues on
Yeah,
here.
but you never answer to nobody in the comments until now. You see the point to war. You see,
No,
always
no, no,
choose
no,
war.
no, sir. Please allow me to make my point now.
Allow me
Yeah,
a bit.
that boy, as the start says something, you divert. Let me deal with the point. Claude Davis played one season, right, for Derby County in the English Premier League. I challenge JD to bring up the facts about that league. But let me tell you what. They ended with the lowest point total. They ended the season conceding the most goals ever conceded by a club in the Premier League. And unfortunately for Claude Davis, who I have ratings for Claude Davis, do you know what his nickname was? Calamity Claude. When Stu Pease went with Queen's Park Rangers, their defense was seriously compromised because at the pace of when they were in the championship, they kind of could have held their own, right? But when Claude them went to the Premier League, he was brutally exposed. It's not a joke. The most quick centre backs that we have had now are really your, and I have to give them their credit for the speed that they have, which is Damian Lowe and King. Because even when we went to Naira Nasworthy, Naira wasn't a fast centre back. Mariappa has a little bit of pace. He's not that slow. Mariappa is not slow. But we generally, if you go to the people who were on the side, my boy from Harborview, Foley, Donald Foley was a slow. The next one that was with Foley, who was around 98, Clifton War.
Wow.
Clifton War
Yeah,
was like
Clifton.
it Utopia molasses. Man, forget Clifton War. So we in those days, what we did were we were very physical.
Keep that on the screen, there, JD. Keep that on the screen.
We were very physical because the Central Americans tended to be more slight, and the players they would tend to dominate them. That's my take. Back to this under 17. I'll pause for a moment and listen again to my colleagues. Let JD read them comments because there are some very serious statements that were made and picked up. Because what I want to know is that we are 11 days away from a tournament. And Pastor, my question to you, are you suggesting, as I was asking and trying to ascertain, that a team that has not played a competitive 90 minutes of football on the match day conditions with 11 days out, that is ideal preparation or even good preparation? My question.
The answer is a flat no. JD, read the comments.
Why we still talk about 98? Ricardo Robinson. Let me just answer that.
You know,
Let me
go
just
ahead.
answer that. No, put it up on the screen so we can answer it.
Yeah, fire the whole
Right. So Ricardo Robinson, why Jamaica still talk about 98 is because the pinnacle of a footballer's career or a football team is to go to the World Cup. And Jamaica qualified for the World Cup once in our history, being the first English-speaking country in the Caribbean to do that feat. And that happened in 1998. So that's the only reference we have of going to a major tournament at the senior level. Okay? At the most major tournament at the senior level. So we're going to continue talking about 98 until 2026 forward, and we're there at 2026, and then we'll start back from 2026. And then all references will be of the 2026 team. Right?
Okay, okay, all right, sir. All right, yes, all right, no problem. Cataract, stop paying the man foolishness. The man is TikTok, and you know he has two different accounts. Because true, I made a rant video today. He called me out, said, um, I am delusional and all sorts of madness, you know. And I had to remove his comment and just leave him alone. So TikTok will always be TikTok, you know. Yes. Big up to yourself, man. Everyone that came about. Let we just chop out the next 17 minutes, respectfully, and just finish the 3 hours. Yes, you know. Tomorrow evening we will have enough more information back at it again, or maybe we'll be over the Imaxit, you know. Yes. Yeah, but the man says foolishness. Brad Davis can play higher up the field than many current Jamaican centre backs, and so was two P's. Maria is so much slow than them. So was Hector. So was West Morgan. TikTok, you know, have no sense. Everything said, everything said, Claude Davis and my boy can play up the field higher. You're losing it. You understand me? Yes, you're losing it. That's all I'm telling you. And you put West Morgan in it. Um, um,
This a joke. A
Hector
joke.
and Mariapia was not. Hector was more slow because he's bigger. Yes, but Mariapia was not that slow. The problem is Mariapia got older. You get me? But you're just putting every single thing in the conversation. You understand me? Which makes no logical sense. But you want to argue. All right. Yes, I will open the discard here so Jason can come in. But me truly want to done. Me kind of tired. Whose background nice? I don't know. I don't know if it's cataract. Mixing a dub plate. You know, because you know he has
Me have no background, guys. I'm
being
not the
shot.
culprit. I just
Okay.
say that nobody is saying that Clifton Wall was not a decent defender. I'm saying he's slow. And you cannot tell me that a defender can play up the field when his team got the lowest points total in the history of the Premier League from 1992 until now, as well as conceded the most goals ever. So just relax,
And we got
just
relegated.
relax yourself. But cataract
And we got
there.
relegated.
Come in, Jason. Kaya man later this card, but I manipulate no sure.
Okay, all right. This
Yeah,
brother, this yeah, just the same piece,
JD, all
brother.
right, man.
Yeah, man, the brother named Cataract get on my nerves, man. Him coming with a barrage of attitude. He want bully people, and if you not take the bullying, he just get upset and I behave like him. Him not manipulate the show. Okay, well, no problem, Cataract. We never complain. We are trying to get. We are trying to. Me have to try to fit you in a YouTube world. Like me, I try to show man everybody there, and we can just go work with the chat and we can work with the panel. But you not work with the panel. Listen, so we I say, and you just bad up everybody. And they war with the one commenter we actually agree with you. So it's hard. It's hard for you
Yeah.
to run a cataract. That's all. So you have to just understand. And even though you love Vex, but we are big man, so we
He
can
than
tell you.
180 say football fly apart that long time, of course. But
I
Huh?
am currently drafting a panelist manual, a panelist handbook.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully when it comes out, Cataract can purchase one. But in all seriousness, guys, this sounds eerily similar to the whole under 20 before it started. And I think that the coach has caused more problems than anything else with his comments in the newspaper the other day or wherever that was from. And I think that the press conference on Wednesday, I am hoping that they have seen the backlash of the comments and we can answer the questions in a smarter fashion in terms of just not igniting or fanning any flames that are currently out in the air. He has to figure out a way to answer them a little more diplomatically,
Okay.
because a lot of people will know that these kids don't forget these times. And when it comes later down, when they are more successful and fully in their ranks as professionals, they will always remember what happened to them in their earlier years. So I think we need to be careful when we are referring to these players, how we refer to them. Because even if deep down we don't wish to have these players right now, there things and times can change. Players like I heard someone in the comments mentioning Musiala. At one point, he wanted to play for England. He changed his mind and wanted to play for Germany. So
if the Germans had treated him in any kind of bad manner, they maybe wouldn't have him at the World Cup this past World Cup. So we have to be mindful of those things. And I don't think we are enough.
All right, all right. Anyone want to argue that point from Jason? Because I thought that was well said.
JD, that would make the video that you did about burning bridges
Yeah.
very prudent.
Yes. They know that
Because
I'm a but they just think I'm a
we would
madman.
we would now have to take these actions, cumulative actions of the JFF, as being a direct weaponization of
Jesus.
those born on the island against those born in the diaspora. Everything in the system of play has been put in place to ensure the minimization or total nullification of anybody from the diaspora making any Jamaica national team. And the point of it must be the recent statement of Coach Marion Gordon. And I'm going to say again, I am still waiting on the JFF to come out and publicly, like how Simon disassociated himself from my namesake, Cataract, the oligarch. They're not always the same. If the JFF don't categorically state that the view of Marion Gordon is not theirs, the JFF.
Yeah, break up, brother. Yeah, break up.
Welcome to the end as well. Welcome to the end and make him finishing point and we'll just shut off, because
Yes, I was saying, are you hearing me now?
we are hearing you now, Pastor. Yeah.
Okay, I was saying, in the same way that Simon Preston publicly stated that the views of Mr. Blake, Cataract the oligarch, are not necessarily the views of Simon Preston. The JFF, which is very correct. It was prudent of him so to do. The JFF, in the person of the press officer, needs to come out publicly and categorically stating that the views of Monsieur Gordon, Coach Gordon, is not the same as that of the JFF. Other than that, the JFF are culpable, they are liable, and they are directly responsible for the weaponization of the Jamaican-born football affiliates against those persons born in the diaspora. And I would go further to instruct those players who were discarded, because I'm not going to use the word cut, from the diaspora, who would fall under the caption of Mr. Gordon's statement, to consult their lawyer. Character defamation is very profitable.
All right, Pastor. Right there, we are going to leave the show. The show is right here. So we're going to make sure everybody just get 1 minute and we're done. All right, we can't go any longer. 1 o'clock. I've given you guys 3 hours, so we're going to rally back tomorrow. So Mr. Blake saying something, you have 1 minute, and we give Jamaican go in a minute. I would have shut up. All right.
Okay. I would not go the distance of speaking about lawsuits, etc. What I'm saying is, this is not a banana republic where I live in Jamaica, and if I don't see a retraction published in the Gleam, which is what you do when a newspaper publishes something that you did not say, either false or misconstrue what your statement that you made on the record, you ask for a retraction and an apology. Without that, the statement stands. There are two players who were in the mix under consideration from England. I'm not talking about those that were not sort of contacted, etc. And therefore, it will require some clarification. There's Zach Lovelace and there's Callum Iba. One who is currently injured, we are told. So who exactly was the player? And the specificity with which the coach said, waiting on USA and England. So he did not speak about Canadian players, right? That requires clarification. I know that the press conference on Wednesday would be to name the 20-man squad. I look forward to that. I hope they announce the time for the game at Stets so that members of the footballing public can plan properly to attend and put their eyes on the team. And so long as I am told where, I know when, I just need to know the time. We'll be there to look at the team. Wish them all the well and wish them all the well. And lastly, JD, in my final 10 seconds, I look forward to the 12th, where Jamaica will dominate Cuba, bring home an excellent result, and I look forward to the qualification of the under-17 men's national team for the Youth World Cup. Thank you very much.
Jamaica.
All right, my thing is very simple enough. I would just like to take this opportunity to wish big, fast and strong FC all the best in the competition, and hopefully they can qualify for the World Cup. We're all looking forward and wishing them the best and hoping that they make us proud, and that's my let me start right there. I also like to add that I am going to right as I sign up for the show, I take one clean shirt I have. I'm just buy I'm just take it out of plastic. I'm gonna drop in some dirty water. I'm gonna expect to put it up on the line. I expect it clean. Big up myself, JD. Big up Pastor Joseph. Big up Catawar. Yeah, I mean, big up on yourself, big up everybody in the chat, man. How you know that? You see, free, man.
All right, respect. Yes, so guys, thanks yet again for another beautiful one. We have gotten some art, some things, but we don't see it necessary to post it separate from what we did in this video. We will keep the files them there, and we will put them together in a longer format, and then we will make sure we can put them on the stream for the next one. So don't worry yourself, we keep on improving. So thanks yet again for everyone that actually donated to the channel. Hit the like button, because we are here for 3 hours and we don't hit 200 likes. So it tells me that I should not come back tomorrow. So if you don't see me tomorrow, you know that you are the ones never paid my like button, light bill. All right. Yes. If I don't hit my likes total, I am not pleased. All right. Yes. So thanks yet again for all the person that actually liked it, subscribe, and keep on sharing. All right. So we keep it real and objective here, but sometimes it's too spicy. The two Blakes are too warboot. So and too hard, man, to deal with. So I have to be careful. So I have 2 systems. So when I'm saying I'm going to go to stream, go stream. What you guys do? You tell me that if I should use StreamYard or I should use my normal one person setup. You understand me? You guys just come in and say, JD, do the video by yourself today, so I can get rid of the Blakes them, because they are war boats. So
the ladies say that a hard man is good to find.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yes.